Testing, testing. All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the break room. Congratulations, Lemon, on first. Just a couple quick things to mention in here. First off, I accidentally didn't have my audio on at the very start of the stream there. So, those who look at the VOD on Twitch, you might think that the audio is a bit weird at the start because like one of the songs is missing, the other one kind of stops in the middle. But those who end up watching this on YouTube, you're probably not going to notice because I'm going to download this VOD and fix up the audio before I upload it. So just an FYI there. Another thing is the month long of streaming that I've been doing. I think it's finally starting to catch up to me because I ended up. My original plan today was to stream much earlier for the game that we're going to be playing and just do the whole game today. But instead, I fell asleep on my couch in the afternoon with my cat on my chest. So yeah, so that ended up being the plan. So, but we're here now, so it's fine. Other things I updated. I mentioned yesterday there was a Mix It Up bot update. I ended up updating it today, so we're gonna see if there's any like major artifacts that come about from that during the stream today. But yeah, aside from that, the only other thing that I've been doing is on YouTube. I finally fixed up one of the playlists. Something I said I was gonna do a while ago. Was I originally the one-offs and incomplete playlist that I had was any game that we hadn't gotten to the end of, hence the incomplete part of it, like gotten to credits, or one-offs where I only played it for one stream. But that sometimes included games which I did complete because we played the entire full game over the course of one stream. So I felt that it was a bit confusing to have incomplete and complete games in an incomplete playlist. So now I have one-offs and incomplete is still the playlist, but it only includes just that. Things that we only played one time and we're not going to be coming back to, and games that are just like literally we haven't completed. So essentially either stuff we purposely abandoned or stuff that we'll get back to eventually. There's now a separate playlist that I've moved a few games into called Full Playthroughs, and that's the one that has literally full playthroughs of games where we just did it in one shot. Eventually, I'll update the thumbnails also so that it actually says full playthrough at the bottom instead of, because those often will just have a 1 on the bottom left indicating that there's more of them or should be more of them. But if there's no 1 and I just wrote full playthrough on the bottom right, it would make more sense. So that's the plan. So we'll get to that soon enough. But anyway, going back to the title of the stream and what I just mentioned a moment ago about being all sleepy, this would be why. We are finally winding down our STEAMroll Subtember, where I streamed every single day this month. This is the last day of September today. So while this chart doesn't matter for anything anymore, we are on Monday, so we are on our weird and offbeat game day. Head back to just chatting here. Yeah, we're on our weird and offbeat game day. So I decided that I wanted to end the month playing a game that everything else in the month, for the most part, if I remember right, I hadn't played any of the games before that we played throughout the month. This one is one that is not only part of my favorite game series, but I have played the entirety of this game before on PlayStation 3, which I still own, so I still own the game on there. And that is We Love Katamari. What's it called? That we've also played. Speaking of the full playthroughs, we did a full playthrough of Katamari Damacy, or Damashi, or however you pronounce it. We already did that on the channel before. So this will essentially just be a continuation of the Katamari series that we played like 3 to 4 years ago. But Katamari, like, I kind of feel like this was always the game that we were going to end the month in. I knew that we were going to end the month in a weird or an offbeat game. When I think of weird and offbeat games, Katamari is the first type of game that I think of to begin with. Yeah, I feel like it is everything that is good about games it's in the Katamari games. Like, yeah, it might get frustrating at times because they do these like little challenges and whatnot, and some of the challenges can get annoying, but like we'll get into the game and we'll kind of talk about all of that. So I did see that it does auto capture correctly. So let's turn our music down here. We'll close our music app. We will open up the game. Click, click. All right, it is playing. And there we go. All right, we only missed the Bandai Namco logo a moment ago. I also will want to, yes, we will start rolling. One thing is I didn't set the audio just yet. Oh, it's a little loud. We'll skip that for now. Display settings. It's just display. It's literally just display settings. At least it saved the full screen 1080. We'll set this in the background, I guess. Oh, we're also gonna close our Spotify because we don't use Spotify in streaming. We'll turn it to like 25 there. If I click out, okay, if I click out of the game, it pauses the game. So that's going to be unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. All right, close out Spotify. Let me make sure that everything else is set while I'm clicked out of here anyway. Good. Yeah, because I'm hoping to not have to click back in here. So with that said, let me also pull this file over so it's on the other screen so I can see it. Zoom out once. Okay, perfect. Click back in the game. All right. Okay, I think we're good to go then. Press this, start here, make new. Oh, that's right. NAMCO for Namco. Yep, we're fine. In the first game, they're like, alright, let's confuse you by you had to like roll the Katamari ball before they taught you how to roll the Katamari ball. It's just when you just press left and right and choose. I'm still a little loud.
World to understand, but a glamorous and influential world nevertheless.
Here, we have it down to 15 now. We'll see how that works. Also, again, that was me trying to do Windows key plus G to get back, and then instead I just hit the Windows key. Okay.
Bold yet sensitive and rugged to boot.
Here's the thing about the Katamari games. I don't know that we need plotline, really. We can go through these. Sweet, sweet memories. Yes, there was a time, that time we smashed all the stars in the sky. It's like something out of a dream. We so totally forgot. What made us remember? Looky, the only place with stars is around Earth. Looks like Katamari Damacy is being lazy. Looks like Katamari Damacy is everyone fooled. What impressed us all over is the scale of destruction we wrought. We were on a roll, yes we were. Fierce and fabulous, we certainly were. We were really something, yes, yes. But speaking of something, here's a tidbit. Not that we get it, but it seems we're quite a hit. A bit hit with Earth, the star is so full of stuff. The star now apparently full of our fans. Prince. What do you think they love about us? Our looks, our tights, our mustache? Oh, Eureka, you've got it. It's our chin. Yes, that must be it. Our chin is so magnificent. Earth is full of dedicated followers of our chin. I want to hold your chin. Let me feel your goatee. They ask so nicely, so passionately. How can we say no? So now, our prince, you must go to Earth and grant our fans their wishes. Their wishes are our chin's commands. Our chin's commands are our wishes, and so on. Alright. Oh. Little bopping bird. New, yes. Alright, well... Yeah, essentially, like, well, we have fans throughout this game, and so that's what we're going to. Looks like the fans in the Select Plaza want to ask the prince something. Talk to them. Icon will be displayed, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait. No, right bumper. Okay. That's it. Oh, next page and close. Okay. Oh, I forgot. How do I do this? Nice to meet you, Your Highness. Katamari Damacy is fun, or it was fun? I think it must have been fun. I'm sorry, I've forgotten. I've completely forgotten how to roll the Katamari. I know I'm a goof, but I heart Katamari Damacy. Help me remember, please. Sure. Well, let's go ahead and play. I mean, for us, like I said, it's been 3 to 4 years. Alrighty, let's leave our fans on Earth to the Prince. Now, where shall we go and play? Oh, it's the Prince. What do you want with us? What? Oh, you forgot. You forgot how to roll the Katamari, how to enjoy the Katamari, the meaning of life. Of course you forgot. It's the things you can't forget that make you hurt. We think it may be better not to dredge things up. Your Highness is cool. Cool? No, it's important to remember. No, it's crucial to remember. Yes, we'll just try and think back. Yes. Alright. Friends that forgot about Katamari Damacy, friends playing their very first game of Katamari Damacy. For old friends old and new, the Prince will roll in their place. So, what is a Katamari? What could a Katamari be? What does it taste like? Does it have a point? Why roll? Why make it bigger? So many opinions and schools of thought, but let's just try first, yes? Oh, welcome in, Leandra. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hear ye. We present to all and sundry the Katamari. There we go. Here it is. This is an average Katamari, so utterly devoid of any new and improvedness. Take the standard Katamari and roll it firmly with both hands. Use your left and right hands to roll. Get it? You get it? That's enough. Yes, we did good. Yes, so just roll your way around until you've mastered Katamari. Damacy on your own. Alrighty. See the yellow platform head? For now, let's head on over there. I mean, let's essentially just do all the things that they are saying for us to do. Head towards the wall and roll up. Okay. Okay, so you got up there. Good. You're so smart. Alrighty, then go ahead and roll up stuff. Roll up lots and grow. Nice and big. Alright, well, let's do it. Very tired from partying with Sean and his bestie past weekend, but otherwise good. Oh, where did you go to? Or did you just stay inside, but it was still exhausting? As for me, I am well, but I did mention at the start of stream that streaming for a month straight has slowly started to take its toll. And this afternoon I ended up falling asleep with a cat on my chest in the afternoon. Original plan was to play through this whole game, but I'm like, no, we can do our normal, like, 3 to 4 hour stream. This is a 7.5 hour game, so... Katamari, that actually, we don't really need to, like, specifically read what he's saying. He visited us for a long weekend, and we did all the things. Nice. Alright, let's try it. Okay, so step 3 of 5, overcome the wall. We will do that in a moment. Let's make sure that we've gotten at least a couple... Yeah, I guess we have gotten pretty much most of the bundles here. So let's head to the wall. Let's overcome the wall. Alright, you got up. So safe and sound. Got up there safe and sound. Oh, when you're just a little bigger, you can maybe roll Ace up. Here, this is Ace, a cousin to the Prince. Our cousin once removed, we forget. Cousin can something like that. Alright, time for you to challenge Ace head on. Alright, so 5 roll up Ace. Oh, we're knocking angels out of the air, so... That's his ninja spike. We'll have to see what they're called here. Oh, you have a... Don't overdo it. No, I mean, this is why we're doing it only for a month, not for an entire year or anything. Yeah, I've already mentioned on stream before, we are very much planning on resting for the beginning of October, especially because I'm getting 2 of my vaccines on this Saturday. But yes, also I do see you have a present for me, apparently. Alright. What? Oh yeah, literally, they do just call these angels. Got it. Alright, so let's go find Ace. Actually, roll up a couple angels because they're here. Oof, wait, what is it that makes you... Oh, the vaccines, yeah. I'm usually pretty okay, but I am... Oh, alright, Ace is back this way. They're running the same direction that we're rolling. Oh, come on. No, Ace. Okay, let's try going directly at them for a moment. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good, but I do, just in case things end up, in case I do end up exhausted again from that, I'll be taking a break around there, just making sure, that, like, I am going to be taking careful watch of like how tired I'm feeling around then. So certain streams might happen, might not happen, etc. But definitely for at least 2 days, starting October 1st and 2nd. It's like, yeah, let's take those off. Was it like this Katamari Damacy? Honestly, this is not what we were thinking of. Looks kind of fun. Sort of fun game. 22 centimeters, little touch, so big, just from printing on unbelievable size, astonishingly, very truly fabulous. So we're not going for 100%. It's because of Ace. What were you doing on Earth? You're at the tutorial stage? We have no idea what you're talking about. This Katamari feels strange-ish. Not that we understand it, but that's a good thing or not. Oh, I remembered everything, really everything this time. It's totally the best. Katamari Damacy. Your Highness, thank you so much. This Katamari is just a token of my thanks. I'd like to offer it to you. Really? You're giving it to us? Seriously? Fabulous. Thanks. We are so pleased. What should we do with it? Oh, we can pump it into the cosmos. Yes, that's what we'll do. Yeah, so we're not going to go for 100%. We're not going to go for perfect scores. We are going for completing levels and getting to new levels. Look at the start now. Wow, it's so beautiful. Love this game except for the King God, dude. He's so creepy. He's what I like. He's one of the things I like about this game because he's just so full. He is confident. I mean, he's full of himself, but he has he definitely has like an air of confidence to him. Totally forget to tell you, but blah blah blah. Talk fans, chat with cousins, do a little saving, look at your collection, move around, press the extra right button. When you're getting tired of rolling, just hang out there. Okay. So here's our cousin. Here's the new area. So they made it less confusing by not having to roll stuff around to get from screen 1 to 2. Your Highness, I just love you. That beard, nose, chin, style, crown, love it all. But love Rainbow the best of all. My dream is to see a real live one. Please show me. Sure, let's play. We're hungry. Our tummy is empty. What shall we eat? Oh, it's the prince. What kind of food, huh? Why? When our tummy's so empty? No way. Boring. Highness, you're so striking. Striking. Oh, we so like rainbows. You must simply see it. Should we go ahead and make a Katamari too? Yes, let's go. So I assume become big enough to roll up a rainbow. That's probably the gist here. We're hungry. Oh, let's roll here. This is an Earth home, so unbelievably small, plenty spacious for the prince, but not so much for us. So we forgot about the Katamari. How about this much time to make this big a Katamari? All right, so only 3 minutes. Can do. Alright, let's do it. Let's start by actually rolling up things that we can roll up. But yeah, I would say the Katamari series of games, like we played the entirety of Katamari Damacy ages ago. But these games are like everything that I like about games. They don't need to make sense. You don't need to, what's it called? You don't need to follow along with the story, because the story is nonsensical to begin with. So, like, I skipped over it. You can still have fun by just rolling around. You get the sense of tidying by cleaning things up away from the world. So what are we at? We're at 8 centimeters. The instructions at the physics are a bit wonky. I will admit to that. But yeah, like there's only a very quick tutorial. It's over in pretty much no time. By that point, you know everything you need to know to play the game. There's not like power-ups or whatever. It's just challenges. Eventually you get to a point where you can decide which challenges that you're doing, so you don't have to like go through boring levels that you don't want to go through. Like that was one of the many problems I was having with that frog on platformer that we did the other day. Was they kept putting us into races against that Jake guy who was like Piantissimo from Mario. But when you play Mario Sunshine and you're racing against Piantissimo, you can skip those levels if you want to. You can come back to them later, whatever. Like, that game was forcing us. This game, we're only forced to do a couple of these beginner levels because because they're the only ones open. But eventually, these games open up, and you can do whatever you want. You know, you can make this game as easy or hard as you want. You can go for like I said, the perfect score challenges and whatnot. Or you can just beat the game, which is what I do. Oh, something's coming. What is the... Oh, okay. I guess the something coming was what was something that was at the bottom of the screen. I only just realized that we have like 10 seconds left here. Let's grab as much stuff as we can. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get up this racket in the last moment, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Okay. No, we're not gonna go one more time. As long as we fulfill the criteria, we spent 3 minutes, we got it over 15 centimeters, we're good. We're hungry after all, we want to eat something, like this cream puff. That looks good. Oh, it's a Katamari. It's a surprise, but what a milquetoast Katamari. It's 21 centimeters, that's almost 22. It's undistinguished. You can go bigger, you know. Do us a favor and roll a bigger one. Nope. Sorry. Oh, Tekken has a matcha. What were you doing on Earth? Making friends with a crayfish? I have no idea what you're talking about. This feels, stationary-ish. Not that we understand what stationary-ish means. I got to see the Royal Rainbow, but it wasn't exactly lively. It was because the Katamari was so small. I'll give your highness this stale old Katamari. Really? You're giving it to us? Seriously? Fabulous. Thank you. We're so pleased. What should we do with it? Oh, pop it into the cosmos just like all the others. It's a star now. Wow, it's so beautiful. Great job, Uranus. The Path of the Lion. Okay. Again, we don't need to go through the story for this. Roll up 100 type of thing achievements. Storyboard is quite interesting. It's a storyboard, but the pictures move. And there's music. An extreme storyboard, that's what it is. It's called a movie. How fascinating, a movie. So that's storyboard movie. What it showed is a glimpse into our youthful days. It's a pretty tumultuous tale of daring do. We can't wait for episode 2. What? If we keep rolling, we'll eventually get to see it? Alrighty, we're gonna roll on ahead. See you later. Battle mode has been unlocked. Talk with... Oh, interesting. Don't even know that I knew that there was a battle mode. Okay. So... Here we go. So, the things across the bottom are the different people that we could be going up to. So I guess we'll just start going left to right. Feel sleepy, first want to see a big Katamari. Songs, the songs you can get set to the background increase as you play the game. Set your favorite songs to the BGM using the Y button. Got it. Hey King Dude, you're so cool and relaxed, lounging around as usual. Love Katamari Damacy. I love how mellow it is. So I'm copying Katamari and lounging around. Oh, now I'm falling asleep. But before I do, I want to see a real one. Sure. Okay, so I think we might end up skipping through these also. It's like, we get it, and they just take a while to read. You see words like sleepy, bed, blah, 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 so I get the general gist, is sleepy time things. Oh, it finally happened. We're being ignored. Let me just retry. They usually spawn you in a couple different areas. Not that that was a bad area, but I messed up, where I started rolling there. Yeah, yes, you're being ignored. In fact, I'm ignoring everything that you're saying literally right now. Okay, so we need to get to 40 centimeters. At 20 centimeters, there's apparently a door around here that I can go out of. Looks like there's lots of good stuff for us to roll out on the floor, so let's head here. Can I? No, I cannot roll up these batteries just yet. Let's kind of go in a rough circle for now. I do notice that a lot of people tend to spend a little too much time rolling in the same location in Katamari games. Sometimes that's good if there's a large pile of things to roll over, but oftentimes you're just better off rolling around straight in front of you, finding the next, like this. I meant to see how big those were, but we are already towards like 10 centimeters. But it's possible that that was a bad idea for me to just roll up those gold coins when I could just continue rolling and get to the next size. A large pile. Should be good enough to roll these. Should be getting, I was gonna say, I should be getting close enough for the magnets. So we found our 20. There, so that was the door that we'll be able to roll out of soon enough. Okay. We might roll back up to our starting position in just a moment. But let's see here. I mean, doing one loop around the room, we started at 12 centimeters and we're already at 17. So I feel like we're doing pretty okay. I might just do one last loop and then go up to where we started. Because usually, what I have found is usually you don't want, this isn't where we started, but grab a couple things here. What I have found is even though we're 20 centimeters, you usually don't want to go immediately out the doors that you just unlocked. Like, I don't want to go to through that 20 centimeter door just yet. Usually you want to be like closer to 25 to 30. Just because when you first roll through there, it's just like the start of this. You'll see a lot, but you'll only be able to roll over like a third of the things that are around you, maybe less. If you start bigger, like ever just slightly bigger than they say, usually you can roll up a lot more. We're not going to spend too much time here checking that out, though. So that tends to be a little more true on the later levels. But, like, so we're 23.8, but there's going to be a lot of things here that we just can't roll up. Like this ice cream, for example. So with that said, I don't really know which way I want to go through this. But we'll just do what I said before and just kind of just roll straight, go in circles. I remember going through doors when I could and struggling. That would be the exact significant portion of that sentence. Yeah, so I never go through a door when I am only just big enough. I always look for at least a couple things first. So we are trying to rotate around so I can actually see things. Is there anything... Oh, puppy. Oh, pulled up Pup Time, who we raided last night. They were actually working on their bot. Sometimes you raid them or watch them and they're just walking their dog. Okay. So we are now doing fine. Heck, if I remember right, you can actually pause from here. Oh, I guess they won't. I guess it's only once you finish for the first time, or maybe it was only on the first game. You could like just stop the moment that you reached the level criteria. Like our level criteria here is we have 60 more seconds, but we've already hit the 40 centimeters. Yeah, on some of the games you could just pause and be like, all right, I'm done, and then move on to the next level. But we'll play out these last 45 seconds. Okay, so again, just doing basic circles around everything, rolling over whatever we can. Not big enough for the rabbits, but we are big enough for the watermelons. Not big enough for the cat. Not big enough for the lizards. But we are for squirrels, so getting some of the animals. Oh! And some trumpets. Oh, 2 more seconds. Aw. The flower bed probably would have been good. But whatever, we got a whole 20 centimeters more. 50% bigger than we needed to be. Okay, so skip through all this. It's just, like I said, irrelevant what he says here. As long as he throws it up into the cosmos and we can continue to the next stage, then we're fine. Usual stuff, Neptune. So we've done Uranus and Neptune now. Auto-saving. Versus rankings. Got it. Boy. Okay, so underwater gold something. Yes, let's roll. Maybe we'll skip till he actually highlights the prince, underwater, gold medal. Okay, so that was the words that he must have said. Alright, we are ignoring again. Underwater. It's in 6 minutes, 80 centimeters. Can do. Alright. Well, I can't see stuff that we can roll here, so let's literally follow what they've been saying and roll underwater. Let's see here. I will say, it is very satisfying to get to the end game of this game when you are literally rolling up buildings. Okay. So again, usual pathing, we're just gonna go in large circles to find as many things as possible and try not sticking around. Oh, okay, got it. So avoid the hooks. I understand. Yeah. I was purposely going into that hook at first. I mean, I forget a lot of this game. It's been some time since I've played it. But I couldn't remember if there was anything good on the hooks, like cousin or whatever. Yeah, what I was saying, we do like large circles, look for as many things as possible, try not to stick into one area and like spending way too much time trying to maneuver this thing and not getting much rolled up as a result. The only thing I'm really trying for now is going through these schools of angelfish. Right, we're already halfway there. We're at 40 centimeters. Alright, so now it's going to be a little harder to avoid these hooks, though. I wonder, because we're slowly running out of stuff down here, I wonder when it's going to make the most sense for us to start kind of rolling out of this area we're in at the moment. There we go. That got most of the school of fish. Dog and cat with a snorkel inside of a car. Here, roll through here. Another school of fish. Oh. Get another school of fish, which we are big enough for. But we'd want to roll into them, not with them. We're already at over 50 now. Let's see here. Can I easily see where these schools of fish are going to? Oh, well, we're now big enough for, like, blowfish. So, that's good. I actually don't know that it makes that much sense to go... Well, maybe. At least we can see more from here. Also, we're about as wide as this lane. And we can pick up pretty much everything that's on the way. So actually, this isn't that bad of an idea. Plus there is an area over here that we haven't really been to. So... let's grab... oh, I mean, look at this. There's just a ridiculous number of things around here. You roll faster or you'll miss everything. Yeah. I mean, we're... like, they're complaining about this, and yet we're almost at our 80 centimeters. Oh, right. We need to actually escape this. Also, I should be using that move more. The same thing that you use to escape, you can use to, like, move faster. Like that. It's just, yeah, it's just hard to control when you do that. And since they have those hooks that stop you. Can we see if we can find the cousin anywhere around here? That might be of some use. Trying to get in between. Okay, cool. We're big enough for the rocks. That got us another 10 centimeters. Can we get the cat? We can. Alright. Where? I guess this is a ramp up, right? We got some treasure. Okay. Trying to go faster. There we go. That's better. Yeah, 1 meter. Now we're getting to more satisfying Katamari sizes. Except we're also getting to the point where I can't actually see anything that's going on right now. Let's see here. I still can't see the cousin anywhere either. Oh, maybe they're up here? Oh, there's a Pac-Man. Seeing as this is a Namco game. Okay, I think we did that in a little too much time because we probably, like, we're like twice the size of what we needed, but we definitely could have started rolling up most of the landscape. So if I was like, if I had another minute and a half, we could have rolled up a lot more. Okay. For some reason, down underwater, we rolled mostly aquarium stuff. Alright. Okay. Again, we're skipping through that. We're racing through the game. Because that's not what the fun part of the game is. The fun part of the game is the game. We'll save, because I can't remember. I guess it does auto-save afterwards, right? Confirm. Quit game. No. I'm gonna keep going. 2 people to play. Okay, so that must be the verses. Alright, what, Nouvelle Ikebana. Okay. I'm pretty sure Nouvelle is new. I don't know what Ikebana is. Friends. Gardening. Okay. Central. Just looking for small, brief keywords that kind of hint at what's going on here. Mother Nature, flowers, 5 minutes for... okay, so we're just looking to roll up as many flowers as possible. Got it. Yeah, well, levels like this. So here's where the, like, actual challenge levels come in. This one's fine. I'm just trying to think, because I know in either this game or the first one, you had to, like, roll up a bear. Well, I think it was the first one. You had to roll up a certain size bear, a certain size cow to match up with constellations. But you could pass them by just rolling up the smallest bear and continuing to the next one. I'm thinking we may end up doing the same thing again here. Oh, ran off. Let's see. We got some flower beds over here. Honestly, we could probably stick to just the giant flower beds and be fine for this level. There we go. Oop. So yeah, I don't feel the need for perfection. Oh, going through the flower beds, making sure that I get every single last flower. When we're already at 300 some odd. So like just one good rolling session like this is more than enough for me. It's purple bed over there. Oh, well, that is a cousin. My personal favorite cousin, if I remember right, their name is Disco. They're like black and look like a disco ball. Well, all kinds of like sparkles and whatnot all over them. So we'll see if we can't get them eventually, possibly change to them as well, because that's all this is essentially in-game cosmetics. But unlike even bigger name companies, they don't charge you for the cosmetics in this game. At least not to the best of my knowledge, unless they started doing that in later Katamari games. Let's see if we can't find ourselves some flower beds that we have not been to yet. This seems to be working out pretty well. Okay, so far so good. The whole side area we haven't done. Right here, with the sunflowers. There's like so many on the perimeter here. Alright. Through this way. Is it gonna make sense to, I mean, as long as it's an area we haven't done, I guess it makes sense to roll. Yeah, to roll through these at least once. There was like, we got 60 or some odd out of that. I think we haven't done these in the water. Or these. No, those are just vines on the wall at the moment. So romantic. Didn't even see what it was that we had picked up. Right, well, we're over 1,000, and I don't feel like we're getting that many more down here. Let's see if we can't find a way back up and out of this little valley we've gotten ourselves into. That doesn't seem to be working so well. Is there a ramp? Yeah, that's this, right? Okay. Okay, there's still the odd bush of flowers that we haven't actually rolled through. Yeah, like that. This level I feel we did a much better job of than I would say even the last 2 levels that we did. So not through the... Honestly, I really think we did pretty well through all of here. Okie dokie moki. Hold on. Head out. Consume. Welcome, Lemon. So fabulous. Too fabulous. Katamari is fabulous too. Oh no, we've never seen the Katamari so beautiful. Oh yeah, there you go, 91%. So I would say we did just fine. Love how goofy this game is. Yeah, exactly. I was saying before, literally the Katamari series of games are everything that I love about gaming. rolled up into a Katamari ball. You know, it's nonsensical. I don't need to care about the storyline. I can just play the game. Because it's just a goofy game. One roll Katamari ball. I'm a dog, but blah blah blah. Play constantly in the doghouse. Play against other dogs. Can you roll up the sun? Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't need to read any of this. Even if I read it, it's nonsense. We know we need to roll up the sun. That's all we need to know. And then we just do it. Oh, here, it's outer space. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. We'll roll up the sun. We know you can do it. Let's go. Okay. So we rolled up a few stars, a few constellations. Cassiopeia. Since there's so little out here, I say that we roll up whatever we can see. So we'll keep rotating around just to find things. Also, oh, okay, cancel. I see that sun on the left side. I was wondering what that was all about. Alright, let's just kind of go in roughly a big circle. It's hard to tell what we have and haven't been over here because it's space. And I have no sense of, like, the reality game-wise is that we're just rolling inside of on the inside of a sphere. So it's just a matter of, like, finding the other objects that are in the sphere. But being a rather large sphere, it's hard to tell, like, where anything else is. So, I mean, we haven't seen anything in a while, so I actually will go for the sun attempt. We're gonna get sucked up by the sun, not the other way around. Yeah, I'm aware. As a whole, I played Resident Evil 4, and that game plays so much more fun than the other Resident Evil games. Oh, too bad, too bad. The Katamari is still too small, which means that there's not enough stars in the cosmos. Oh, okay. So, which is why we picked up the Flower Galaxy. So, eventually come back to the dog once we've done more of these missions. Got it. Amazing. It's true. Real thing. Something else. Anyway, nice to meet you, Your Highness. Stylish as ever. Alright. Don't care. Look for the... Okay. Game. Sure. So look for game items. Assume every galaxy until the Katamari is reality itself. Yep. Alright, tidied. Anything else of significance? No. Yeah, I've always heard that the good Resident Evil games are the first one and then every third one after it. So, the first Resident Evil, the fourth Resident Evil, and the seventh Resident Evil. Isn't cluttered at all. Love of order. 100 items. Clean them all up as quickly as possible. Okay. Okay, it's literally a time challenge. Got it. So we can still use essentially the same... Love 2, 7, and 8 are awesome as well. So I don't really know 8 that well. I don't really know... I mean, quite frankly, I don't know any of them that well. Because I don't play Resident Evil games. Because I don't really like survival horror games or that genre. Even for Spoopy Month next month, I don't plan on playing any horror games. I plan on playing Halloween games, but not horror games. Actually, I think I mentioned to you the one and only survival horror game that I liked, and it's like wild and goofy. It is still survival horror, but it is wild, called Ill Bleed. Is it Ill Bleed? I mean, I loved it. Both of them are good games. Also, I apparently can't get up that way. Still sitting on your computer. Yeah, Eternal Darkness is the kind of game I would absolutely play here, and might even consider doing. It's just that I have still a bundle of Steam games to go through that are definitely Halloween themed. Ill Bleed I've actually played on the channel before. It's just hard as shit. Eternal Darkness was fun though. We're not finding nearly enough down here for the speed run, so let's go back up this way. No. Oh, okay. Oh, well, there's a gift. That's good. Do one of those two up after Silent Hill too. Fair enough. Yeah, I watch all those games. My base problem, and I've probably even mentioned it here, is I don't find scary games scary. They tend to throw a lot of jump scares at you nowadays, and they typically just make me laugh due to the absurdity of the situations that they put you into. So I'm not a good streamer to be able to play those because I don't get the reactions that people want out of it. Where are... Okay, so I was right. You can't actually go that way. Eventually, you can only get scared just shit-talking, just shit-talk anyone and anything. Yeah, I mean, essentially. But also, I'm someone who doesn't like being negative in general. And I mean, I've mentioned that definitely directly to you before, possibly on... Oh, no, I've definitely mentioned that on stream. Because whenever I mention Fall Guys, I'd say that that's the reason I stopped playing, is because I'm being too negative when I play it. And I don't want to. So I don't want to, like, go shitting on... You know, they try to make a scary game, and then it's not scaring me, and then I'm just sitting there shit-talking. So instead, I just don't play them. Also, it must be the cassette, right? So they, like, purposely... Oh, wait. Did I also... I thought I had needed two things. I only needed one thing. I understand that's why I don't try to pursue genre just as much as what's fun. Exactly. Yeah, as much as what's fun. I just want to have fun in games. Actually, I did open up the, like, I mentioned before that I wrote down my, like, tenets of video games. And I actually have that file open. I could very much... I don't know what Namco game that's from, but it's obviously from one of them. We already saw Pac-Man before. Yeah, so this level looks like they purposely put 100 items in it. Oh, is it that? Is it the brick? Is it the brick and I'm too big? I'm too fat to get the brick? Let me in. Resident Evil 4, definitely not horror, at least so far, just big action game where you happen to shoot zombies. Got it. Yeah, that's nice at least. Please don't tell me that I'm screwed over because I didn't get that brick earlier on. I'm just trying to get to a higher place right now just so I can see everything. That brick did seem like what I needed to get. Yeah, it sure did. There we go. Just a little speed. No. We don't care about times. I'm not going for perfection here. I'm going for completion. Yeah, momentum. For momentum. There we go. Messy bits left. Game dev rolling fast. Yeah. But we got a gift. I'm happy. Oh, and a cousin. Yep, momentum. Okay. did our 5 minutes on Tiny Planet. It is done. Oh, we're on chapter 3 already. Skip it through. Okay. Make a cleanly mom's dream come true. Cool. So got an achievement for that. The word shock keeps coming up. Get items for the princes by rolling up presents hidden in stages. Yes, yes. You mean like the thing that we just did? Got it. Is every game you played this month from your Steam library? Yes. Hence why I called it STEAMroll Subtember. Yeah, I never really discussed that part of it, because I have 850 games in my Steam, plus my, like, 70 plus physical Switch games, plus my God knows how many games in my Epic library, my GOG library, my itch.io library, etc. It makes sense. Just notice you opening a different game on Steam every day. That would be why. Alright, Gingerbread House. Gingerbread House in 3 minutes. Oh, we want to be able to roll these two up. Okay. Cool. Got it. Gotta go. Well, they're aiming us this way, so this is the way we shall go. Alright, we're gonna want to grab those donuts the moment we can. But yeah, so the poster I made is literally called STEAMroll Subtember. Yeah, and like I said, I only opened up games that were in Steam. Because I own too fucking many of them. Yeah, I think the actual count right now is 867. Maybe more than that, I can't remember. I just looked the other day. And that was the biggest point of the month in general, was to actually get around to playing some of these games. With that said, I stated at the beginning of the stream, I have played this very game before, just not on stream. But I mean, I have it on here for a reason. I bought it again on PC for a reason. It's because I love this game and wanted to play it again. So, needed some kind of excuse to eventually play it, and having one of my days for September being weird and offbeat games, that definitely helps the cause. Okay. There's like a billion bricks over there. Here's the donuts we were talking about. Alright, with like 30 seconds left, we'll go back to the fans. Are there other... Yes. Like marble cake, they call them. They're essentially Battenberg cakes, though. There we go. Big enough to roll over the walls here. This brings this whole thing down. Okay. I said with 30 seconds left. We're pretty much at 30 seconds left. We rolled up the entire gingerbread house. Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, I'm not. They're here. There you go. Hold on. Yep. Let's set up. So yeah, we had more than enough time. But 83% with, like, still almost 30 seconds left. I will take that. Okay, so past all this. By the way, are you using all those presents from our fans? You know how to use them? You know the birthday cake in the Select Plaza, yes? Just go there, put on your presents. They'll give you a snazzy new look. Okay. All around the world. Yep. I literally didn't see anything about the mission that we're doing right now. Alright, fire, campfire, fire. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, theme of fire. Got it. Campground. So we are the fire. Then it looks like they're having fun. Pitch a tent next to them. They forgot this is a small wood pile. Light this by rolling it up, and you have a campfire. You manage this much time, that would make everyone happy. So now the question is, as of now, we are still growing. I just want to make sure that picking up these things doesn't set them on fire, and in turn make us smaller again. But 50 centimeters is usually a pretty good size to start with. Notice we're already at 60 centimeters. So yeah, our usual look around, roll up in order rather than sticking around to one area. There's no way we're picking those up. However, okay. Thought we might be able to get the buckets and the lucky cats, but no such luck. Where are we at? 78. Roughly 6 minutes still. Let's see here. Head out this way. But yeah, so like I said, I have my notepad file open that mentions my tenets of gaming. So we can have that as a quick monologue / discussion. Again, I know there's some people watching on YouTube also, so in their case it'll be more of a monologue. They won't be able to talk on there. But yeah, so why is it that I like this game, but I gotten, you know, but some of the games that we played this month, I was kind of meh about, even though I didn't even have people in the chat who were saying how, like, high quality they are. So I have, like, a base feeling about video games in general, and, like, how I play them, why I play them, what makes them fun, etc. Oh, whoops. So, first off, I am not a card or board gamer. So the fact that I like... Oh, by the way, everything that I'm about to say here is going to be very relevant when I start writing, like, quickie reviews for all the games that we played throughout the month. Because everything I say here will help understand why I end up saying the things that I do in those reviews. Also, is that going to put me out? That does put me out. Okay. That's actually just good to know. So, yeah. Yeah, the king gets mad at us. One more time. Okay. So, yeah. So, I am not a card gamer or a board gamer. And why is that? Well, the problem with card and board games is that you have to spend all of your time before you ever get to the card or board game opening up a giant instruction manual that tells you all the things that you need to know about the game. That's not typically as true for some games like Boggle and whatnot. But like some of the games get so ridiculous, and then you go to a friend's house for like a board game night, and they played it before and you haven't, and they want to introduce it because it's their favorite game, and then you have to spend a fucking hour there while they go over every last rule throughout the thing, and then there's like someone else who starts asking questions about everything there, and you start losing the will to live. The manuals never, like when you finally get to the game, you start playing them, and so I just realized, okay, this time we did go over and we were able to get the buckets. That's nice. The games never think out every use case, so eventually you start playing the game, and then there's all these like use cases that you absolutely come across that were never thought of by the game designers, and then now it's no longer you're following the rules. Now instead you are interpreting the rules of the only words that you have to go by which are whatever happens to be in the manual. In like versus the video game, like the rules are inherent. You know, I don't know if I can roll something up like one of these children. The game tells me whether I can roll them up. Either I roll them up, or I knock them and they at least move, or I don't roll them up. Those are like the three things that happen. I don't need to ask someone. I don't need to refer to something else. Like, because the rules are inherently in the game, you don't have to deal with them, right? So I start like I had video game systems as a kid. I had an Atari and I had a regular Nintendo. Then, well, actually, I had two Ataris. I think we went from the 2600 to the 7800. Then the NES. Then I skipped over the Super NES generation, so the 16-bit generation and the 32-bit generation. So no Saturn, and then no PlayStation, Nintendo 64, anything. I didn't start buying consoles for myself again until 99, early 2000s, when I got myself a PlayStation 2. I got an original Xbox. I got a GameCube. But even then, there's only so many games I played over time around then. I was in college. I actually had depression around then too, so really not too much gaming. I didn't really start getting back into games again until early 2010s, when my friends started me and some of my friends at a workplace kind of formed a little gaming club together, essentially, with each other. They said to come up here to roll up the fire, but I guess... Oh, no, they said to roll up this. Okay. So, let's not come back up this way until we're... Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're not on fire anymore. Is that because... Okay, it's because we're slowly getting extinguished. Okay. If you don't keep rolling things up. Okay. So we literally won't get up there until the last minute. Okay, I just didn't realize. That's fine. One more time. If we fail this time, we'll just continue to another. So yeah, so like I said, my friends and I, we ended up playing games together, and one of them, who's again, I live in the Portland area now. One of them is part of the PIG Squad, or Portland Independent Game Squad, and so he makes games. He knows other people who makes games, and he introduced me to a lot of local couch, like indie local couch multiplayer games, and I realized that of all the game, single player gaming and everything that I had done, that was the time I was having most fun in gaming, was when I was playing with others. That would be the reason why at the beginning of streams you'll hear me go, talk on and on about the multiplayer game nights that we do here, is because that's when you can literally see it on my face as I play them. That is when I am having the most fun on stream, is when we're playing games with others. It is why every birthday stream that I do, you see that I end up playing a bunch of multiplayer independent games with others. Is because that is what it is that I find the most interesting and enjoyable when playing games. So yeah, so no card games, no board games, because like I said, losing the will to live when reading the instructions. Also, maybe not for the best that I roll over small children here when trying to set things on fire. So it's probably a good thing that I can't roll them up right now. But yeah, the other things on the whole board game point, like, ultimately you're paying a lot of, like, sometimes the board games are so expensive, like, especially Catan or whatever, it could be like $30, and you're just paying for, like, cardboard and pieces of small plastic and an idea. But you could pay like $5 to $10 for a small indie game. It could be 10 years old, Um, Most of the games that I really enjoy happen to be from 2014. Like there were a lot of. I'm gonna run out of. That was screwed either way. I was both running out of fuel for the fire, and I was heading towards the water. So we're gonna skip over this one. Right, skip past all this. Quit. Head to another mission. Yeah. Yep. Great. Crush it. That's fine. Okay. So past here. Oh. So another point is that, like I said, when you're playing a board game with someone, typically, you find out video games can be bad for you. Oh, this is perfect for what we're talking about here. Um, so oftentimes the way that you box, rabbit, something. Um, the way you're introduced to a board game is you're introduced by someone who has played the board game 1,000 times, and you're new to it. What ends up happening as a result is there are 3 meters in 10 minutes, but there's a 20 centimeter door. Okay, got it. What happens is it forms this natural imbalance in between the person who's played it 1,000 times. They're able to easily strategize what the future moves, like what moves you should make in any given turn in a game, because they know what potential cards exist, what potential movement options are going to exist in the future, what's going to happen in a later phase. Whereas you're still trying to learn all of this stuff. Like, you have no clue. And then they win the first, 4 games, and you're just sitting there like, this is fun for you. It's not so bad if you learn a board game together. If you pick up a new board game with people at the same time, that's not so bad. Because in fairness, like a video game can be like that, right? If someone introduces you to a new video game, shooter or whatever, they're obviously going to be better than you. In that case, also. But that's the other thing about the multiplayer games that I play is I'm purposely looking to play games where I'm not looking for stuff where I win all the time. Yes, I happen to win a lot because I happen to be good at games. But that's not what the part that's fun to me. The part that's fun is getting to play along with my friends, right? I don't care that I'm winning. I care more about playing a fair game. I like ones that don't have an imbalance between them, where anyone could win, right? Got a Daruma. Oh, it even said Daruma head. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. Is those multiplayer games that we play on the channel here. Typically, they are pick up and play. You don't have to read an instruction booklet. They typically tell you right away. Here's the 3 buttons you need to know. Sometimes it's 1 button you need to know, and you all just pick up and play it. No one has any distinct advantage over one another. There's no power-ups. There's no grinding to get yourself to a higher level. And then, that was the thing that drove me fucking insane about Stumble Guys. Is in Stumble Guys, the more, at least in the first season, and I don't know if this is true now, the more you played, eventually you unlocked a whole ability. You unlock the ability to push other people in the game. How unfair is that? That just because you played more, you can now do more in the game, and you already naturally have an advantage over someone new who plays the game. That game is not going to be fun to the new player. I even got to the point myself where I had the push ability in that. I'm like, no, this is actual garbage. I don't want to have this imbalance. I don't want to have an ability that other people don't have. I want us all to be on equal terms, so that way it actually feels rewarding to win a game, because I'm not doing the equivalent of putting in a cheat code just to play against another person, right? What were some of the other points of these games versus board games? Oh, uh, another obvious thing is so many board games rely too heavily on dice. So essentially they rely too much on chance. Risk is definitely a good example of that. As much as you strategize in it, I end up always rolling low numbers and I lose all the battles, and that's what ends up losing me things in them. Whereas in games, typically, there's more opportunities for them to build things into the game that are more based on skill or the ability to learn and actually improve. I mean, obviously, RNG is a thing that exists, random number generators, which are the equivalent of board game dice. That is the video game equivalent of board game dice. Is things are being randomized. You're just not seeing them on screen as they're being randomized. So I do get that. That argument does exist. But in general, I tend to play games that minimize on that amount of randomness. Yeah, so that's like my general hot takes. That's why you never really see me play board and card games on the channel. That's why you saw me so surprised when I played Dicey Dungeons, which includes dice, obviously, and in the random game of chance. B is fun. Like, you could fundamentally play that as a board game if there wasn't all the images and graphics and sound that existed in that game. It essentially played out as a card game. But I think that everything they did in that game, they happened to do incredibly well. Also, we're like 15 centimeters larger than we need to be for the next section. So let's head over here. Yeah, like this is what I like, being at about this size. We still need to be 3 meters, but we do have like 5 minutes, which is a ton. Yeah, this is getting 1 centimeter each, which is, as you see, quick to get us to the next largest size. So yeah, so other things just about video games. And now this is more in general. And stuff that you'll see me even do on this very channel. I have very much mentioned this point before, but it does bear repeating. If you are playing... This is true for life. This isn't just true for video games. If you're playing a video game and you find yourself getting more frustrated than you are enjoying yourself, like, video games, the way I see them, they should be an escape from reality. That's what I mean by this game being a perfect example. Like, you can't do this in real life. You can't roll a sticky ball around. Like, you could. You could make a giant ball with, like, some sticky adhesive substance on the outside and start rolling outside in the garden and roll stuff up. But you shouldn't. But this game, like, allows that in spades. Like, that's exactly what this game wants you to do. And so I'm doing it, right? So, you know, a game should be goofy, whatever, but it should be enjoyable, first and foremost. If you find yourself playing a video game and you are getting more frustrated than you are enjoying yourself, stop playing that game. I can't express how many games exist out there. There's obviously the free-to-play ones, and we'll discuss those in a moment. So, like, point being that it's not an affordability thing. Because you could just download a game for free. But download a new, stop playing your existing game and download a new free game, right? But yeah, if you find yourself sitting there yelling at the screen, cursing out others, because it's a multiplayer game, whatever it is to you that you find is too negative and too toxic for your own mental health, because that's what it comes down to. Your own mental health is more important than anything else, right? If your mental health is suffering as a result of playing a game, then stop playing that game. Because life is too short, and you are better off taking care of yourself and finding something better to do with your time that is far more positive. Like I said, that doesn't mean the moment you get frustrated in a game, you should immediately rage quit it. Like, again, we did a whole series of quote-unquote difficult gaming challenges on this channel. Just like a month and a half ago. Yeah, it gets frustrating, but like, I'm still having a good time. You know, you just get frustrated with the challenge, but I'm not so pissed off at the game that, like, I lose sight of, you know, I start getting red in the face or anything. If that was happening, I would just stop. Also, we're gonna fail this level hard, and I think that it had more to do with my pathing than anything, because the area we're in right now, for example, we should have been in much earlier. We'll see if we can't do something in these last 8 seconds, but it is not looking promising. This is what I mean, like, I'm chuckling right now, right? I just failed a level, and I'm chuckling in it. It's a challenge. I'm not angry. One more time. No, this challenge is fine. Okay. On the point of free-to-play games, specifically, one reason why I like indie game developers more than the bigger name companies, I say as I play a game by Bandai Namco. Like, this one's fine. The bigger problem is too often they will make things free to play, and so again, the appeal there is obviously, well, I don't have to spend any money. But quite frankly, free-to-play games tend to be the most... I stopped playing free-to-play games because they're too expensive. How was that possible? Well, because literally the only objective in them typically is to unlock cosmetics in them. And none of the good cosmetics are ever stuff you can unlock in the game. They're always stuff that you have to pay money for. The stuff that's in game, if it's even slightly good, the company wants you to grind for it. That almost more than anything was one of the bigger reasons why I quit Fall Guys and why you see me refusing to play shit like Fortnite. Is I can't begin to tell you the number of times I watch people on Twitch and they'll write in the title of their stream, oh, you know, continuing the Fortnite grind, or, you know, playing this awful event. Why are you playing this awful event? You don't need to be playing an event to grind out for something when your very sentence you just wrote is, I hate this, I don't want to play it. Then why are you playing it? The only reason you're playing it is to grind, to get some costume that you probably don't care about to begin with. So, like, that's the most idiotic thing that I see people doing, is streaming events for a game when they hate the event and it's for something that they don't fundamentally care about, but they want to be a completionist. But they're not even being a completionist, because, like I said, typically those games will have paid cosmetics that, and those are the ones that you really want anyway. They're not going to pay for them. Or even worse, they grind so much that it becomes the most important thing. Professor Breaker, Spit and Shoot. Look, like I said, I have this all written down because I realized that I needed to have it written down to keep my own sanity. To make sure that I know what is fundamentally important when I go to like play something that is supposed to be an enjoyable pastime activity, right? But yeah, the event thing drives me insane because it forces people to grind for something in an event they don't want to play, for a thing they don't want, getting them addicted to the game, because that's the real reason why they make games free to play to begin with. Is they want you playing that shit all the time. So that way you're addicted to it. That way it makes it the most important thing in your life. Because it's the most important thing in your life, you now can justify, oh, it's only $5 for this costume. Oh, it's only $2 to buy this color. Well, it is large companies making you addicted to something. Is what it actually is. It's not you enjoying what you're playing, it's you becoming addicted. I'm not to blame the victims. Some people do just play games, and they can do the grind, and they enjoy the grind. And that's fine. Like, if you're not paying any money for it and you enjoy it, then more power to you. But yes. So if anyone ever wonders, for someone who did play as much Fall Guys as I did, why did I never go into Fortnite when everyone else started playing Fortnite? Everything I just said there would be the exact reason for that. Also, because we ran out of time, I do feel like we're doing better because we are at 7 minutes now instead of 6 minutes like I think we were before. But this time we are immediately going to come into this area, mostly because I did see that that there was a number of items we could get at the start here. So anyway, other things that not drive me insane about games, but just stuff that this is very much a personal preference. This is not for everyone or like other specific people or whatnot. When I play a game, and you'll kind of get this just from what I said earlier about everyone being on the same level and just being able to pick up a game and play it. I personally don't enjoy fighting games, for example. And so, we'll start with fighting games. In fighting games, why don't I like them? Because they force you to start learning a whole bunch of moves before you can even properly compete with other people. So you have to remember all of these move sets. You have to remember to start memorizing like very specific intricacies of the game. Like you have to learn when your person has iframes, invincibility frames, and when they don't, so you know when you can actually get a hit off on another person and when you can't, and when you should be blocking and when you can't. It is the video game equivalent of what I have problems with board games. It's like having to sit there and learn the boring instruction manual. Can I actually get into this area this time and start doing something more significant? I think so. This time, I think we're having the opposite problem. I think that I just came into this area too early right now. But let's see if we can still make this work somehow. We'll grab the smaller items that are here and work our way up to trying to grab people. Okay, I think we might have just perfectly gotten into this area at just the right time. Because we are actually rolling some people up now, at least children and whatnot. So yeah, so that's like my base issue with fighting games, is they're, like I said, real life video game equivalents of board games. Too much learning you have to do. There's like far too big of an imbalance. There's like, it's too close to essentially becoming addicted to the game because of the amount that you have to play them to be able to get to a point where you're even starting to enjoy them. Again, those like weird indie games you can pick up, you can start enjoying them within like 10 minutes because they tend to have simple enough mechanics. that you could just pick them up, become an expert almost right away. I probably should have gone left up in that area that was back there. Okay, we have to be doing better. We only have we have less, there, we have 40 centimeters to go. Less than 40 centimeters to go, and we have 3 minutes. There, I was actually able to say a coherent thought. So that's regarding indies. Have you played UFO 52 yet? I have not, but it has been on my list ever since I saw it. I don't remember what those conferences were called, but you know, there used to be E3, and then E3 closed, and then there started being a whole bunch of other different conferences and shows that started spawning up at the time when E3 used to happen. Whenever those all happened, like Day of the Devs and all of those, that's when I saw UFO 50, and I put it in my wish list. With that stated, all it is it's like buying Nintendo when you don't... It's like being a kid and buying a regular Nintendo when you don't know what a regular Nintendo is, and getting 50 games with it, which is cool, but it does also mean that you're gonna be buying a console with a bunch of games. Like I said, there's certain games I don't like. I don't like RPGs. I know that there's RPGs in that thing. So, I will eventually get it. I'm gonna wait until it's cheaper. We can even get on to the next point that I had for later, that is relevant to this purpose. I don't buy stuff right away. I don't get that same FOMO that other people get, where they feel they need to be able to get games the moment they come out, pre-order games when they come out, just to be able to talk about them with others. The problem is we change as a society. Like, think about television shows. No one watches television shows in order anymore. They binge them. So no one can talk about television shows with each other anymore, because, like, some people will watch them once a week, some people will binge them. So, like, that's just not a conversation that happens now. Like it used to be with The Sopranos or whatever. Same thing with video games. It's like, yeah, I could buy UFO 50, and the one thing it would help with is if I were to play it on stream, there would be other people who were streaming it. So this is the time when people have the most interest for it, right? If I play it 2 years from now, no one's going to care about that game anymore. Whereas if I looked at the UFO 50 category on Twitch right now, there's probably a bunch of people playing it, and a bunch of random people going into other people's streams just to watch the games being played. But I'm not looking for view counts and followers and all of that. I just want to have fun playing games. Going back to literally my very first point. So yeah, so that was the long answer. The short answer to what you said: seen, yes; played, no. I feel you just wanted to mention before I forget about it, because I thought you might like. Yeah, absolutely. No, like I said, it's on my list. Copycat, Roots. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I said one of these weeks, and I've said it in the past that I need to do. You'll notice that I actually know a lot of indie games before they come out, and I have a different list that I've written down as how the hell I find all of them. Because I've been asked that question before. Like, Breaker, how the hell do you know? How do you find 30 different games, like, for this month? How do you find all of the games that I find when no one has actually heard of them? So this will let me up there. I kind of wanted to immediately roll the snowman's head up there, just to get a size comparison. But also, I want to retry this, because they didn't... Oh, okay. Sometimes they spawn you in a different area. Learn how to make a snowman. Alright, enjoy. Okay. Yeah, sometimes they spawn you in a different area that has better stuff to pick up. Like, the only thing that's really small enough for me to deal with right now are these purple balls, and I can't even pick them up yet. So I think, if I remember right, this is a level if you hear the sound in the background. I am actually picking up snow from the ground as we speak right now. So even in areas where you're not rolling up anything, you're still rolling up something. Yeah, you can see the snowman's head is actually getting bigger on the top left of the screen. But yeah, I do appreciate the recommendation all the same also. Because that happens to be one of the ways I find these things out. Okay, I'm going to assume fire is a bad thing in this level. I'm also going to... Oh, hold on. Hold on. I need to roll you up. Well, let me knock them over. There we go. We got one of the cousins. Yeah, I'm going to run under the assumption that we are better off in this level going against traffic. That way we can actually see what's coming up ahead of us. I say that, and then we immediately got to a hill where I can't see the top of the hill. Also, we are big enough now that we can actually roll stuff over. So we should probably start doing that. Start rolling up the, like... We have a hat, we have these, like, purple beads. We have some blue beads. Small, well, ball. Small ball, small ball. We're going to assume that thing's going to say big ball. Yes, what else do we have? Yeah, don't want to memorize things. Yeah, I kind of said this, but that point bears repeating. That, whether you're winning or losing in a game, you should be having fun in the game. It goes hand in hand with the whole point of, if you're not having fun with the game, you should quit it. But, like... Yeah, just because you're losing in a game shouldn't automatically equate to I'm having a bad time. So I actively seek out games where even if I lose, I was still having fun the entire time. Because if I'm not, that means that I'm being stressed, and I don't want to be stressed out by a silly game. We're probably big enough for this, right? Again, we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for completion. Hold on, how's the snowman? Looks good. Okay, great. Okay, so much fun. Proud yourself, blah 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 blah. We got a new record. We're good. Because the fact we're on this screen at all is a good thing. We got a cousin. We're good to go. Cool. Make the snow child's dream come true. Cool. Onto here. Sure. I didn't see any highlighted words, so I don't know what the, like, gimmick is of this. Studying, school. Alright. I'm seeing a pattern. Alright, lively. Rolling, Katamari. You can only play with the students for 5 minutes. Make it in 1.5 meters in 5 minutes. And we start at 25 centimeters. I'd prefer to start at, well, I guess 50 centimeters would be too much. Can we? Oh, alright, so get to the buckets the moment we can, essentially. Also, I should have mentioned early on, large flat items like books are typically your best friend in early parts of the game. Books, dominoes, cassettes, whatever. Because they look big, and they are typically big. But because they're so flat, you can usually pick them up pretty early on. Alright, we're getting closer. I think one more rotation, and we should be able to pick up the buckets over there. So, continuing on the game chat. Another personal preference of mine. Immersion, which is a word you will hear a lot when new video games come out. Immersion does not immediately equal good. And I think some people, and especially some companies, put way too much, yeah, I can probably get the buckets. They put way too much emphasis on creating games that are immersive. The game you're looking at on your screen right now is not immersive, right? What I'm doing doesn't happen in real life. This all comes to the reason why you never really see me playing first-person shooters on the channel. Oh, hold on. There's like a whole room of stuff over here. Okay, it's a room of stuff that's large. There's not much of it, but the stuff in here seems to be pretty large. Okay, and oh, I was hoping she was gonna move sooner. Yeah, big companies put far too much emphasis on immersion, and I don't care. Like, I'm playing video games as an escape from reality. I'm not looking to copy reality. Real life can suck sometimes. I want to play, you know, I want to play a game because it's silly, because I want to enjoy myself. I don't want things to replicate reality. I don't want things to replicate the things that I'm trying to escape from. So yeah, oh, I think I went, oh, well, I don't know what I did exactly, however, I like being in a hallway here, where I can go in a straight line and pick up a lot of things. We only need half a meter left. Let's go in this room. Yeah, I think basically as long as we're going into new rooms all the time here, we're gonna slow... Oh no. No. Please don't be trapped. Okay, with that stated, this is not a new room. Let's go back to the main hall. Purposely get hit. There was like a model human over there. Alright, hopefully I'm getting to the point where I can pick up children and whatnot. Okay, but I want to go through here to go through the other side. 2 minutes to find 20 centimeters. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and just that box right there looked pretty good. But we're actually at the annoying size of being too small to pick up humans and too big to, like, go through doors and whatnot. Okay, we should be able to get 2 centimeters. There we go. Within the last minute that we had there. Okay, from this point, things don't matter, which is probably for the best, because they seem to be stuck on that person. But we're now also at the point where we can pick people up. Like, we have to run over them first to knock them over. But we can pick them up. So, with all of this stated, what else did we have on the list? Yeah, I talked about going on a grind. I talked about how a game that's from 10 years ago can be just as good as now. So, that was the whole FOMO point. So I mentioned the, like, Day of the Devs and all of those other things. All of those conferences I watched. So then I watched, the conference for the, like, from Activision, I think. It was from one of the big companies. Let me tell you what garbage AAA titles are releasing nowadays. I couldn't even tell you anything about a single one of them, because they were literally just copycat games. It was like in the mid '90s when Doom came out, and then people learned how to make mods for Doom, and so everything was essentially playing Doom again, but just modded. Like they'd put Blue's Clues or whatever on it. It was still fundamentally Doom. It was just like they just put a different skin on top of it. But now that's what like major game companies seem to be doing. Oh, paper cranes. I think this is an annoying one. 1,000 origami cranes. Sure. Um, that's my other problem. Basic problem with first-person shooters is so many. Oh wait, 9:30. You're talking about the date that it's September 30th. Cute. I thought it was 9 of 30 of something. Um, yeah, that's like my one of my biggest problems nowadays with first person shooters is all of them are just Call of Duty or all of them are just whatever. They're the same game. They play the same way, they do the same thing. All that you might have different genres like hero shooters, like your Valorants, your Overwatches, your whatever. But all of those are just the same game over and over. I don't physically see the difference between them. So much so that I have no interest in trying one of them, much less all of them. Uh, Far and away, I find nowadays indie games are the ones that are coming up with the new and interesting ideas. Whether it's a puzzle game, like Rhythm Doctor that we played, very new for our rhythm game day, very new and innovative ideas that I hadn't seen in games before. You know, for puzzle games, Taiji was a copycat game, but that was actually a well done version of The Witness. Witness, being an independent puzzle game, is an incredible game, which we've played on the channel before. So yeah, that's the base of me playing more indies on this channel than any other type of game. Is I just that's a personal preference, interest thing. I find them far more interesting than the bigger budget titles and like what is capable out there. Oh, here's a good one. So on indie games, then why not play games like Minecraft, or even if I like Nintendo Switch, why have I not tried stuff like Breath of the Wild, which has now come out ages ago, but I still have, and I've owned it since it came out, but I still haven't played it. So why is that? All of those games involve crafting. Now, crafting is a concept that, by and large, can be interesting. It is interesting, like in Dead Rising. If I remember right, that's the zombie game where you get to like craft your own weapons, and it's interesting to see what kind of new weapons you can craft. Minecraft, it's like obviously the fundamental part of the game is you are just crafting stuff, right? Oh, I thought those were separate flower cranes, whatever, that I could pick up. It's fine. There's a lot of cranes in this room in general. However, then everyone started including crafting in their games. You remember what I said about big companies are trying to get you addicted to their games? Certain companies have used crafting and weaponized it. What they've done is they've made it so you have to craft everything in their game, and they make it you think that it's just part of the experience to, and again, it brings a certain sense of immersion. It's like, oh, I have to make this just like I do in real life, right? Aaron Hansen of Game Grumps, who's someone I don't actually agree with very often. However, he used to make a cartoon series called Sequelitis, back when he animated. And in one of them, in his Castlevania series, he brought up the point in Castlevania 2, there's an item that you have to do all of this grinding for. And it takes like, and you like die often, and every time you die, the thing that you're grinding for, you end up losing all of those items, blah, 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 right? And he makes the point of what exactly is the difference between having to go to one area, get a certain item, be told to go on a quest to like get a bunch of collectibles for just to use those collectibles on getting another item. Like, what's the difference between doing all that and just giving you the item outright? And the answer is about 2 hours. That is my base problem with crafting. Is very often it is used in a way that it is not integral to the plot. It is not adding anything of value or interest. The only thing it is doing is it is adding time to the game. Like, what is the difference between you getting a diamond pickaxe in Minecraft versus crafting the pickaxe? It's the matter, like, because they could make the diamond pickaxe just as rare as finding the diamond itself. Now, again, there's going to be people who get the satisfaction of building, because Minecraft is essentially just a playable version of Legos, right? You're building stuff together, and then you're getting to play with the stuff that you build. So in Minecraft's case, I do actually understand it. But there are other games, like, I know that Zelda, Breath of the Wild has crafting of foods and whatnot, and I don't want to do it. I already know I'm going to be, having never played the game before, I know I'm going to be bored out of my mind going through all of that effort. We're nearing the end of my list. In fact, I already mentioned about everyone being on equal footing when you're playing a multiplayer game. So really the only other thing that I have specifically to my gaming list is just the fact if you've been watching through this week, you might have heard me a number of times. Alright, Vroom, F1, cars during a race. Okay, so this is probably some kind of racing level where they actually have to race against others. Ow! Excuse me while I readjust myself. Anyway, so the more you might have watched the games this week, a few of the times skill trees came up, and I said that I hate skill trees. But I would at least like to explain why that is. Okay, I'm just going to run under the assumption that we are racing against everyone. Having not read what we were doing here. No, the rules, do the countdown. Okay. On straightaways, okay. I tried doing the fast thing. I tried doing the control sticks in reverse order. Also, there was a shortcut up this way. Okay, that's good to know for the next lap. Oh, also, we need to do this and we need to make ourselves 5 meters. So I eventually want to get up that staircase. I don't know that we care about the race itself. Maybe we do. Well, we're given 6 minutes regardless on the top right. So why exactly do I hate skill trees? The base problem that I have with skill trees is sometimes they put stuff at the end of skill trees and you're like, well, that sounds interesting or looks interesting, but like, they will tell you a part of it. They will tell you what the game designer thinks is enough information for you to glean what it is that the certain abilities on the tree do. But more often than not, they don't give you enough info. And more to the point, you'll often either need items in the skill tree to be able to progress through the game, or it'll really help out on certain parts of the game. But like, you don't know what those parts are. The game is new to you when you first look at a skill tree. You have no clue what's good, what isn't, what will help you later, and what won't. Like, the skill tree is essentially relying on knowledge that you don't have, but you need to know. And that is a frustrating situation to be put into. That is like being that is like someone giving you a pop quiz on a subject, on your first day of school? You're like, I don't know, you haven't taught me any of this stuff yet. Why are you asking me what it is that I should be doing? Also, water actually does seem to be fine out here. Is there anything of interest that we can roll over in the water? Not really anything that I could see. It's just, it seems to be so hard to get back on this track. But we're slowly getting to the point where we're able to run over racers. So hopefully we can start running over people soon. And essentially we should just be able to run over all of the racers that are on this track. So yeah, so that's why you hear me complain whenever I open a game and I'm like, oh good, there's a skill tree in here. In my case, I just went back so far. However, it means I can also roll up the audience. So we'll try to go back into the spectator stands the next time that we come back around here. There we go. Also, this Katamari ball is constantly in forward motion. Which is why my movement is particularly erratic. Since we don't care about the race portion also, at some point we're going to want to race backwards through this course. So that way we're going the opposite direction of everyone else. That way we're running into them and they're running into us. But it looks like we're still a little too small to be able to pick up a lot of the stuff that's in the race. I'm trying to find places where there's like lots of stuff I can pick up like this, but with an easy path either back onto the course or where there's a wall that I can bump into. That'll knock me back on track. But anyway, I think that's pretty much about it. So those are all my basic tenets of gaming. Like I said, that's when you put everything together that I just said. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is me not liking playing. That one I mentioned before when we did Lost and Random. I just don't like playing adventure games on stream. I like adventure games, but there's like lots of storyline and whatnot. It's hard for me to follow with on stream because it comes in conflict. The reason why I stream is because I like talking to other people. When I play an adventure game on stream, there's usually too much storyline, and I don't like the fact that I stop talking to listen to story time, to storylines. Because it comes in direct conflict with me, why I stream and wanting to talk to people. So, combine all of those together, and that's where you get a game like this. It is a game that has no immersion. You can pick it up and play it right away. It is silly. It is fun. It has a challenge without being too aggravating. There's no skill trees. There's nothing to learn. I can skip through all of the. I can skip through all of the parts that go over the storyline, and feel like I've missed nothing. Like I am still having just as much fun 2 hours into this game as I would have had we followed along with all of these lines of story or all of the cutscenes and whatnot. So yeah, so like I said, probably tomorrow I'll start working on my like actual snippet reviews of the games that we went over the month, and I'm gonna anger some people with some of the reviews that I'm gonna write for some of the games. But A, it's based on my own personal opinion, and B, it's not like I don't have specific reason why I don't enjoy something in a game. Well, like, what I mean by that is, you don't need to have a reason what to like something or not like something. That is on you. You're just because 1,000 people like the show The Simpsons doesn't mean you have to like the show The Simpsons. I hate it, for example. No, it's this person. They're bored. Almost 89. Fresh. Alright, so I guess we're picking up fresh things. Yeah, just because something's popular, you don't have to like it. I enjoy Hollow Knight. I didn't enjoy Hollow Knight, and it was known when I played Hollow Knight first on my stream, I did not enjoy it. Over time, I did learn to enjoy it. But I absolutely understand anyone who doesn't like that game and doesn't, or even doesn't want to play it. And that is fine. They are allowed to not like that game because they don't have to have a reason. They don't need to justify that reason with other people as to why they don't like it. And so that's going to be true of some of the games that I will go over. There's going to be games that I don't like and you do, and that's fine. Here we go. So, but yeah, when I'm done with that, I'll try to post it onto my Discord. I will post it onto Twitter. Yes, Twitter, not that other name that idiot calls it. It's Twitter, formerly Twitter. Yeah, I'll post to there, and if people want to have a discussion, fine. If people don't want to talk about it, that's fine too. Just something silly for me to do to kind of round out this month. But yeah, like I said, more to the point, it's why I'm playing something as silly as this. Actually, playing something as silly as this, A, because it's something I knew that I loved even before playing 29 other games I wasn't sure if I would like or not. But also, I was talking with Lemon before about, Spoopy Month, about October. Like I said, I don't like playing scary games, but I did want to play games with a rough Halloween theme to them, and that tends to be a lot of like darkness, and sometimes it might be like slight occult, it might be blood or gore, it might be there's a lot of ways to look at Halloween as a concept, and while not playing scary games, still find other games that are on theme. But like I said, there tends to be like a certain darkness to them, so I figure it might be a good idea for me to play something really bright and colorful just before we get into a month that's kind of that way. So I didn't do it on purpose, having the weird and offbeat game being the day before October started, but I will say I feel like it genuinely worked out well that's what ended up happening. Why we keep picking stuff up, but we haven't picked up the 10 centimeters we needed. Or was it even 10? No, it was like 1 millimeter. I don't know. It wasn't very much. Anyway, but we're now starting with 50 centimeters, which is what I like to typically start with. We can now go through there, so let's try to do like one round, like I said, because I don't like going in those doors immediately. Look, we already picked up like 6 centimeters, and we haven't even gone through the door yet. This will just help us so we're not struggling the moment we go through the door. And then we have another door of 3 meters. But 10 minutes for 12 meters should be perfectly doable. I say for the moment. I feel like we may have wasted a little time here ahead of time, but okay. We picked up an extra 20 centimeters. We nearly grew almost 50% bigger than we needed to before coming into here. I don't know that I can pick up these chickens. I cannot. So, let's get the veggies because they're close and large. Oh, looks like boxes are our friends for right now. Oh. Okay, we need to... Oh, no. That was towards the last area. Alright. Let me see if I can kind of look over the edge and see where the next best place is to go here. I would say that was an unfortunately wasted minute. Alright, so we got cats, we got these buckets I should be good with. This luggage I should be good with. The Darumas, I'm not so sure. That's those red statues to the left of me. Nope, we can get them. That's perfect. Also, I love the music in Katamari games, but what is this? Why are they essentially playing classical music right now? And not just classical music, but like the kind of classical music you would see in like an old style cartoon from like the 20s or 30s. This feels like it's going to end in tears, so let's actually not stay on those train tracks. Alright, now we're able to pick up those chickens. Just make sure we're heading around others. There's nothing here, so let's do a quick loop. Anything this way? Actually, is there anything of interest up here? There's a pizza. Okay. Alright. Again, I feel like we could be doing a little better, making a little better use of our time right now. I just don't... Alright. Because we're already headed this way anyway, this is the previous area, but let's see if there's enough things in the old area. It seems like there is. For me to pick up. Bedtime for us. Good night. Congrats on finishing your daily streams. I appreciate it, Leandra. You both have a good rest and take care. Alright. So... let's roll through here. Hold these things up. Alright. These don't feel like they'll end in tears anymore, which is good. Okay, and tunnel brings me out the other side, which is actually perfect, because it means that we get to go through that whole line of items. Oh, also, we're picking up bushes. Bushes are almost always your friend in these games. Because they're like 3-centimeter bushes. That's exactly what I was going to say, is they tend to be pretty large and easy to roll over. Alright, that is not quite the area. Is this similar to the original Katamari? Are we right near the 3-meter? We are right near the 3 meters. But they put it in a different location. In the old one, this was a broken wall back here. And then you would roll up to a larger city. So, they just changed the shape of everything. But it's still relatively similar. As usual, I'm going to roll up a couple things that I can over here just before we head in, just because I'm in a pretty giant cluster to begin with. Alright, well, we got almost 50 centimeters more than we needed. Alright, bears are running away from us. That is good. Fences are good. Fences are a bit awkward to deal with just because of their shape. But again, they're like the cards and the other flat items I mentioned before. Also, how did I not pick them up? Yeah, I don't know why I'm not able to pick up this stack. Alright, well not... Oh, it's because it's one whole stack. It's not a stack of individual stuff. Okay, and we keep getting panic because someone's coming right behind us. I'm not worried about that as much as I am just rolling over a lot of items to make ourselves bigger so we can start rolling over these cars. 4 minutes with 8 meters to go doesn't feel ideal. You might want to go through those harps. Oh, no, let's see. We know we can do fences, so let's do the fences for now. Head over this way. Okay, we were able to pick up these pipes. That's actually a good thing. Okay, if we can keep, like, roughly doubling... I mean, if we doubled now, we'd essentially be there. But usually you're able to, like, double within a minute's time a few times at the end of the level. I'm still not feeling as confident about the 3 minutes left. What is this leading us to, though? A park with a gazebo. We are halfway there. Still 3 minutes. Bunch of red Japanese gates. I can't remember the proper term for them. Even though I've made graphics for someone before, for my buddy Karate Man, that very much includes those gates inside of it. Well, that was a bit of a turning point. I could have either gone left or right. We chose right in the hopes that I can run through town and roll over everything. Alright, 5 more meters with... Hopefully that's 2 minutes and not under 2 minutes. That thing may very well change to saying 60 seconds left when it gets to the top. The timer that's in the top right. That was another 30 seconds that felt a little bit wasted. So let's head over here. Try to go for the cows very quick, but then run away. Oh, I can't pick up those trees. That is unfortunate. I don't think we're gonna do this. I think we wasted a little too... Yeah, 1 minute left. This is gonna be really sketch. I think we wasted too much time in areas that we shouldn't have wasted our time in. Like, this is probably still doable, but because I don't know the level well enough, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Alright, well, we're getting houses, so that's good. 30 seconds, though, for 3 meters. This is a pretty tall ask. Alright, I think we need to, like, go near houses and cars and hope that we can pick them up. 10, we have 2 meters and not very much time. And we're not picking up those houses, so I think that's gonna be GG's for us. Yep. Okay. Things are bad. Alright, let's get through that. Alright, but that is definitely doable. Alright, let's just... Also, you know what else we need to do? We need to start using that ability again. We need to do it when we're actually aimed in the correct direction, though. Must be sad. We're not going to be able to pick up those drinks yet. The other thing is it takes a lot of me pausing and standing still before we're able to move forward when doing that. So that part's kind of unfortunate. I thought I was going to start rolling up that. I did not. Alright. We're getting these bottles at the start, so that's good. Paint cans, please. Yes. Nope. It's a slight problem. Oh, okay. We can pick up these boxes. That's good. Alright, I think one more rotation around here. Okay, I think one more rotation will get us through that other gate. Actually, let's go up the stairs first and through this area to the right of us. Because doing this and then coming back down will probably let us go through the 50 centimeter gate. Alright, a few baseballs. I didn't quite notice how much that helped us. Unfortunately, we're not able to do those buckets. Oh, I'm trying to go this way. Again, sometimes it's just the camera controls. They're a little finicky in this game. You may have seen, I mean, for those who haven't played this, you may have seen it at the start. Your only control in this is literally your two sticks. And so moving forward is moving both things forward, moving both sticks forward, moving backwards is moving them both backwards. Turning around is only pushing forward on one of the sticks. What I usually try to do is I push forward on one and back on the other, but it never quite seems to work out. Also, I still feel like we're trapped in this area a little too long, and we're getting, oh my god, and we're getting hit by too many things, which are preventing progress from happening. Can I at least get these buckets? Yes, I can. That's perfect. Okay. This time I think that it actually is, well, I don't know. We were able to get a bunch of stuff before we hit the 50 last time, but we're going to be back in this area soon anyway. So let's make sure that once we've grown, like, let's say 2 sizes, that we actually go back to that area. So grab these veggies real quick, grab these pots real quick. Yeah, that got us the same, like, 70 centimeters that we started with last time. But now we're actually in the new area to be able to start gathering stuff here. Alright, I know I mentioned it once before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm really not that big a fan of this music. Especially when I literally have... I make a lot of lists. I have a list that shows all of the, some of my favorite songs in video games. And, Que Sera Sera, which is from the first Katamari, is on my list of one of my favorite songs in any video game, period. Not just in a Katamari game. I just really like that song. So to go from a game with a whole bunch of songs that I do like, the one where... And, I mean, I don't think there's a song I dislike in that game. And while I love I mean, I actually do. I love classical music. But I do feel there's a place and time for it. Trombone Champ is a game that made good use of classical music. Mostly due to royalty rights, and you can kind of feel it as you're playing. But they really did a good job on that game. But yeah, point being, there's kind of like a time and place for using classical. And this, like, silly, colorful game. Oh, hi, Breaker. Congrats on 30 days. Thanks, Onslaught. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was mentioning before, like, I kind of always knew that this was going to be the last game that I was going to stream for the end of the 30 days. Also, on the 30-day point, I haven't responded to you yet. I did see your question about Lethal Company. I saw it earlier today. It very much depends on how exhausted I feel tomorrow. Because after 30 days of streaming straight, like, I fell asleep early this afternoon with a cat on my chest. So I'll have to see how I feel about gaming tomorrow night. Actually, you know what? This is a good area. Why do I feel that we're doing worse this time than we were doing last time? Because we still can't make it through the 3-meter gate. Definitely no worries about the company if you're Tucker. Yeah, like I said, I just won't know until tomorrow. Okay, this sucks. I should be able to get up there, but I can't easily. I'm really tempted to restart this, but I feel like I can save this. I don't know. Maybe I should. Oh, I know what part of the problem is that we're not going back to the starting area that I said that we needed to eventually go back to. And I don't know where the starting area is. So that's a problem. Here, this is where the starting area is. But yeah, aside from that, things have been going well over here. I had a lengthy conversation about my thoughts on video games, why I play them, and what I feel makes them fun. How are things going in your world, Onslaught? Here. Yeah, going to that area did help. Also, this area should help, but only if we can immediately pick everything up here. Things are good. Just wrapped up some dinner. Chicken fajitas. Nice. Do you know, for some reason, I was never the type to order chicken fajitas. And what's particularly odd about that is I would say most meals that I have are chicken. And I'm very, very, very into peppers and onions as a concept. Like most Thai dishes I get, and Thai is my favorite cuisine, tend to be some kind of meat with peppers and onions. But I don't know why, I just never got into fajitas. I never really tried them. And yet they always look good. They're always the thing that makes you turn your head when you're in a restaurant. Like, oh, someone ordered something sizzling. What's happening over there? Oh, fajitas are coming. Yeah, hopefully they were good. Also, if curious, I was always more of a Kate. I think the problem for to make them at home, to be honest, that makes sense. If I'm ordering at a restaurant and get some really good tacos or enchiladas, also makes sense. Actually, up here in the Portland area, what I like doing is getting tamales, because there's some really good tamale places up here, including what is that? El Tamale Loco or Tamale Loco, the Crazy Tamale, really good place. And it's definitely not something I would ever consider. Not had a tamale in years. That place happens to be really good. I would recommend them. Okay, we're picking up rocks. Like, this feels like we have to be able to do this. I do think we're gonna fail this again, though. What do we have? 3 minutes to constantly double our size? But what I was gonna say is, as Mexican food goes, I think my thing is I fucking love cheese, and so much Mexican food has cheese inside of it. So I tend to go for quesadillas very, very often. Yeah, we're now going into areas that like have nothing in them when we need to be like doubling our size. This is a problem. But we can pick up cars, so maybe... But was lactose intolerant? Yeah, see, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Twofold. It makes sense why you don't go for a quesadilla. It makes sense why you go for fajitas. But tamales typically don't have any cheese either, so yeah. Those I would still recommend in your case. This is gonna end it. Alright, the last time we went right when we were at this exact point. This time we're gonna go left and see if it helps at all. I don't know that it did. I feel like I just don't know what to do when we're roughly this size. The other thing is I don't really know how to get to this size any earlier. That's a problem. Oh, what, 1 minute to grow I'm not even gonna try it. Like, we had more time to do less the last time. Okay. Let's just try rolling straight out of the starting gate and see if this helps. We need to not be bumped as much by these cats. Or maybe we do start by collecting more stuff in the starting gate. Also, I am learning you don't have to do very many forward backs to beat up here. I thought you had to do like 3 times or more, but you only have to do it like twice. Have you wrapped your month of streaming any games outside your categories you're eager to get back to? So I'm out of the month of streaming. However, next month is Spoopy month. So I have specific plans for playing some Halloween themed games. I will likely make another poster for it. I already have a lot of the games chosen. We won't be streaming every day of the month for next month. But for the streams that I am going to be doing, yeah, I still have new Halloween themed games to get back to. After that, in November is when I'll try getting back to games. And there, I'm either going to continue some of the games that we didn't finish out this month that I enjoyed, or I don't know. I have a lot of options. I almost have too many options right now. Because I could get back to games that I enjoyed from this month and finish them out. Or I could go back a month and we can finish out some of the difficult gaming challenges. Oh, I got a cousin this time. I can finish out some of the difficult gaming challenges that we did last month. Like, we never got around to Undertale. The good old analysis paralysis. Yep, yeah, new poster. I mean, I just like opening up Photoshop and making stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, we never got around to Undertale for our difficult gaming challenges. I would like to eventually get around to that. I've never played Undertale. I have seen the entirety of Undertale. I have never played the entirety of Undertale. In fact, I haven't even played a minute of Undertale. Which means that we're going to have to play through the entire game on stream just to get to the difficult part that is at the very end. And then play that. Now, unfortunately, that goes in antithesis to my... Yeah, that's the problem, is it's an RPG, but it's like... It's a really offbeat RPG. There is a part of it that can get very, very, very hard. And if I do end up streaming that and you watch it, you'll see exactly what I mean by that. Okay, I am definitely not using up this first minute coming into this area. I'm not using this minute wisely. Like, I felt like that was a whole minute that was just wasted. So, alright, we will do one rotation around here. And then immediately go back over that bridge and see if that is enough time for us to go into the old section and pick stuff up over there when we're a little bit bigger. Don't know anything about when you say this game, do you mean the one that I'm playing right now, We Love Katamari, or do you mean Undertale? Or both? Undertale, okay. Yeah, so it is an RPG. It's very offbeat. It does not follow a lot of the same beats that other RPGs follow. This wasn't the bridge, was it? Alright, I need to... I feel like we're now at the point where I'm near 100 centimeters. I should look for and find... Yeah, now that I'm a meter... I should find the bridge that takes us back to the old section and go over it. I think part of the problem is I'm far more familiar with Katamari Damacy than I am with this game. But yeah, so it like doesn't follow certain RPG conventions. In general, though, it looks fun. But yeah, I'm really only going to be doing it for the hard part at the end of it. The problem there is, I mentioned before, it is very, very, very story driven, and I typically don't like playing story driven games on stream because I stream because I want to talk to people, and it's hard to talk to people. Oh, maybe this was the beginning area. This was the beginning area. Alright, if I could get to 3 meters really soon from this area, then maybe this isn't such a bad thing. I mean, we're picking up people. We're at nearly 2 meters, so this isn't, like, terrible. Oh, I would like to get to a point, though, where we're picking up fences, picking up bushes. Yeah, so, like I was saying, I don't usually like playing story-based games because, you have to follow along with the story. It means that I can't really, I start to, like, get silent and not chat with people. The whole reason I stream to begin with is because I like chatting with people. So, they run in direct conflict with one another, which is kind of unfortunate. But we're gonna see if we can find a way where I can still make that work out. That almost looked like a gas station back there that I've been missing each of these times. Also, at 2 meters... Okay, at 2 meters, we're actually at just enough to start going through this area. Oh, but the question is there 1 meter worth of stuff to pick up here? Maybe? I feel like I should get out of this area really quick. Sort of related with watching friends play Overwatch yesterday, I saw a skin for StarCraft. I haven't seen you play any games like either of those. Have you tried them? So we just had a lengthy conversation before at the beginning of stream about the types of games that I am and am not into. I'm not into hero shooters, so that's your stuff like Overwatch, like Valorant, those kinds of things. I find them a little bit same as one another. StarCraft. I actually didn't discuss real-time strategy games, which is what StarCraft is. I was never really into those games. I don't know if there's a specific reason for it, but like the original Warcraft, StarCraft, all of those. I think it has to do with, in a lot of those, you're not really affecting the action. You're telling others what to do. It's kind of like a football simulator, manager simulator game. Like, you're not playing football or soccer. You are, you're just saying, here, you all play this. You deal with this. I'm just going to sit here and manage. So yeah, same with strategy games. You're just, like, sitting on the sideline, so you're not doing very much of the action. And so it's just a lot of strategizing. While I'm typically good at strategizing, I don't know. Sure, that makes sense. See, exactly. Yeah, less engagement. Yeah, that is the best way to put it. Is the way you put it. You lose out on that engagement with the physical gameplay itself. That's why you tend to see me play like the thing I'm doing here, which is just a lot of physical action. You know, I press a button, the thing on screen moves in that direction. So your platformers, even like puzzle games like Tetris, that kind of thing. But yeah, what I was saying is, what's weird is I am good at strategizing in general. So it is kind of odd that I don't like strategy games more. Just never been into them for some reason. It may just be I just need to find the right one. I think we're doing better this time. Because now we have 3 minutes and I'll say only 4 to 3 meters. With that stated, I don't know where to go that has large clusters of items that I can pick up all at once. And that's what's going to be really important right now. Maybe get some ships from the harbor? Possibly. Oh, okay, hold on. We're now at the point where we're able to pick up buildings, which is exactly what I was looking forward to. Let's see here. Okay, we should definitely be able to do it this time with only roughly a meter and still at least over a minute's time. Are we picking up trees? We are picking up trees. So that's good too. We're now picking up larger houses, so that's also good. So here. So there's the 12. Now we can actually finish stuff out. This game is awesome. Have you never played a Katamari? Like, so I asked, but have you played a Katamari game before? You know what? We're getting enough of these that it is worth just staying here. Oh, no. The Katamari games in general are some of my favorite games. Oh, be right back. Not a problem. Yeah, so let's go collecting. What a weird time for him to say 47 seconds left. Wow, this is like a stark contrast to what we were doing before. And I think part of this had to do with us making better use of our time getting to the beginner section earlier. I mean, we're picking up cars at this point. Seems to be helpful. Oh, sorry, dog was barking. Not a problem. Also, looks like you've managed to pull up pop time with that comment. Oh, that's just so cute. Yeah, so pop time is the bot. If you type in puppers, doggo, whatever it is. Actually, let me. We'll see. Oh. Hold on, I didn't mean to randomize things. Okay. Here, I'm gonna pause out of the game for 2 seconds. Up help. So, those are the words that you can use in chat that will trigger Pup Time to come up. And all Pup Time is doing is they're pulling emotes from... Please don't tell me that we accidentally redid that level. I might have accident. Oh, I probably should have gone to the plaza first. That's fine. We can always just go to another area. Yeah, she still wants us to roll up stuff. All right, that's fine. We'll go back or do that off stream. Either way. But we did it on stream already. Alone. Since I'm alone, sure, I'll be your friend. Anyway, one of the specific commands that's in there is cup time, C-U-P-T-I-M-E. I have my emotes in the Pup Time bot, so it typically pulls up anywhere from like 2 to 4 of my emotes if you type cup time into chat. Here we are. Yep, there you go. Yeah, and you don't even need the exclamation mark. Just typing in the word does it. So I had to gift them a sub so that way they have access to my emotes. But yeah, then you just make them a mod in your channel and it just pulls it up automatically. Alright, so we need friends. Got it. So yeah, so it's a couple times, like pry time, hype time, all of those. It'll literally pull from a bunch of different Twitch channels, and pull up relevant emotes. Because my emotes are in there, every once in a while when you type some of those words, you'll actually get my channel. Almost every time you do burb time, you'll get dangers, which is the purple bird at the end of that. He's a Mario speedrunner who also plays Fall Guys in his spare time. So I've seen him in Fall Guys a lot when he's not streaming. Oh, those cute times are cute. Okay, this is one of those levels we just do it. Yeah, I put the bot in there a while ago. My buddy Lemon Christmas Tree, who was in chat later, and I highly recommend a follow of his channel first off. I don't want to give a shout out just yet while we're playing the game, but he plays a lot of like weird games like I do. He has the bot in his channel. Also, the person who makes the bot talks under that same PupTime account. So once in a while, people will be saying stuff in chat. They'll be pulling up a lot of his emotes. And then you'll see, all of a sudden, PupTime will just say something at random. And it's because the person who runs the channel is in Lemon's chat at the time. Which is kind of hilarious. But there's a few popular streamers who use it. So, like Dangers, like a few others. So you'll see their emotes over time. Yeah. Yeah, he always says it the same way, too. He's like, well, wait, PupTime's calling me Jake. PupTime shouldn't have an automatic thing calling me Jake, unless PupTime is here. And then they say hi. Like, hey, PupTime. So. But yeah, his channel is Lemon Christmas Tree. Literally, he took two... The way he created his name is he took two emojis and he combined them together. That is actually how he came up with his name. Zero time wasted. Oh, anyway, going back to this game. So, this game is everything. The reason I was having a conversation about video games that I like and don't like is this whole month culminated in this game. This game is everything that I love about video games. You don't need to know the story of it. You can just pick it up and play it. You almost right away know fundamentally what to do in this game. It has very simple controls. It's literally just the two sticks. There we go. It's just the two sticks that are moving me around. I'm not even pressing buttons. Push forward on the two sticks to move forward, push forward on one stick to turn, forward on the other stick to turn the other way, and then you can like kind of flick both of the sticks to go fast. And then every level is just, there's a different challenge. So right now, my challenge is I have X amount of minutes on the top right to get X number of friends on the top left. That's it. That's the whole challenge. You go around and you run over stuff, and some stuff is too big for you to run over. Like this, so that's good enough for me to run over. That tree I run through. Sometimes I bounce into things if I'm too big for them. But if I'm bigger than they are, then I pick it up, and we keep making our Katamari ball bigger and bigger. So we are at 3 meters and 66 centimeters now, for example. Love all the zoo animals. Yeah. When you act, the other thing about following along with the plot of the game is the plot is like insane. It's Japanese. It is insanely nonsensical. It's that kind of thing that you see in Japanese cartoons or Japanese video games like this. Also, there's the occasional collectible. You can collect your cousins, quote unquote. Your cousins are other characters you can play as. Like, you can't see it, but we are the prince on the bottom right, the green guy. And that's what's rolling up this ball. It's easier to see him when he's smaller, or if I completely stop. But when you roll up a cousin, you can change to them. Sometimes you get presents, and the presents unlock other cosmetics or something, I don't know. But this game is just a weird, fun time. And this is one of the sequels. That little green guy at the beginning of the level. Got it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the prince. Our father is called the King of the Cosmos. He's kind of the king of everything. He takes all of these Katamari balls we're making, and he turns them into stars, and he throws the stars into the air. And he literally makes the galaxy with what we're doing. Alright, zebras are friends. We got a lion friend. Actually, oh, there's a whole pride of lion friends over here. But yeah, as far as streaming goes, this is a perfect stream game because I get to have fun playing something silly. I could literally look this way at chat the entire time, and it won't matter. I won't miss anything. You won't miss anything. So, oh yeah, one other mechanic is you can roll over stuff by just kind of pushing along it. My concern here is I thought that I might be because I'm the wrong size for the gate, I might try going through the gate. It looks like we're trapped here for at least another moment, so let's... Oh, perfect, I can pick up these fence pieces, make us really large. You'll have to ignore this screaming of the pleading people. That's something that happens also. Yeah. There is that. There are friends. We're making friends here. Oh, we're still pretty trapped inside of here. Alright, let's make friends with some other animals and whatnot. Okay, now we're probably big enough to be able to get back out again. Oh wait, but there's all these, like, sea life friends. I actually have a feeling we didn't do that great this time. Even though I've hit 200, it'll tell us what percentage of them we actually got. Yeah, that's fine. So 201 out of... Yes. Friends, king, lonely. You out there. Okay. We got 2/3. Yeah, no good. But it's good enough that he'll throw this into the sky. Oh, Katamari feels partitionist. And this tells you, like, what exactly we rolled over. So we rolled over lots of fences, lots of fence posts, that kind of thing. More than anything. 871 total objects, of which 201 were the friends. If we get to a cutscene, we'll watch one of the cutscenes just so you see how bizarre the cutscenes get. Alright, partitionish, blah blah blah. Alright, roll up 1,000 types of things. Now that you mention it, weren't there any, swans? You know, swans? We think we remember seeing swans at the zoo. Wait, what, was it swans? We're not sure. We'd remember from the shock of the bamboo sword, but there's no need. Yeah, so he kind of talks like that. Here's some of the cousins that we've rolled up. We could change into one of them. So we are now macho, as you can see. So let's find a level, and then you can kind of see the yellow person. Alright, camping is the best. Oh no, this was the fire one, right? No. So let's not do the one that we passed but forgot to go through, and let's not do the camping one, which we failed already. Let's go to this person. Much obliged, I like to win. Nice to meet you, Your Highness. As you can see, I'm pretty small, but I'm a sumo wrestler. I'm so small that I can win very often. I thought playing Katamari Damacy, that was the original game, would blah blah blah. My Oyakata got mad and told me to stop playing video games. Anyway, I thought it through. I want to study with Your Highness. I want to be stronger. Please say yes. Sure. Strongest thing in the whole wide world. What do you think it is, Macho? What, us? So blushes, we're nowhere near. You want to be strong? For what? Here's the thing about strength. You have to work, not ask for it. I want to be like your highness. Like us. Ooh, we see now. Yes, we get it. Absolutely get it. Alrighty, let's get stronger. So yeah, that's our father. He gets... He's a little full of himself, but he's alright. We're getting fired up. The battle is starting. Today's opponent is ready and standing by. It's the Komosubi. He seems pretty strong, but still, give it your best shot. Give it all you've got. How about this much time to decide the bout? Mancho, make sure you roll our fan firm and steady. As for you, our fan, eat everything at sight and grow nice and big. Alright, we wish you both a good fight. So, now I get to roll as a sumo wrestler. We need to make ourselves big enough, ultimately, to, in 5 minutes, to go roll over that other sumo wrestler. That's the challenge. Let's go ahead and roll. Yeah, so these are the kinds of, like, bizarre challenges they put us into. Also, you will see this food slowly kind of, like, get sucked up into our body this time. Since we're not a Katamari ball. Yeah, hold on, sorry. I'm a sumo wrestler. I'm sorry. I need that food more than you do. Please excuse me. Head over here. Alright, so not good enough, not big enough for the watermelons yet. We're only at 74 kilograms of food at the moment. Okay, but there's a few types of food we can easily roll over. I'm on a mission, must have food off your plate, please and thanks. Yep. Yeah, it's like in Pulp Fiction when Jules just picks up the burger from the other guy. If you've not seen Pulp Fiction, I highly recommend it. But yeah, like I said, I'm on a mission. I just need food wherever I get it at this point. So there's lots of... Okay. So I just noticed it's the bottom one is counting how much food, how many different foods. The top ones. Pulp Fiction had no idea what you were getting into. Yeah. It's quite a movie. I mean, considered one of the best of our time nowadays. In general, I've watched most of the Tarantino films now. I'm almost caught up. I'm at the point where I need to watch The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That might be it. I can't remember. But I've watched all of his others, and for the most part, he makes good movies. Plain and simple. So... Yeah, that one was pretty genre defining. Again, just like the video game thing I said earlier, I understand someone who doesn't like that movie also. It's a lot to take in. Ugh. But I think it has a lot of good stories, well told. Any Halloween spooky movies you're looking forward to? I haven't seen the new Beetlejuice movie yet, so at some point I will get around to watching it. Funny enough, I actually have a folder on my computer of when I was a kid. There used to be everything on television was in October was a animated Halloween cartoon special. Like Garfield had a Halloween special. There was the Phantom Toll Booth, although I actually haven't watched that yet. Lots of stuff like that. So I have an entire folder of all of those old animated things. So typically I go backwards rather than forwards. As far as Halloween goes. Kind of relive my life as a kid. I don't know where that... We probably should have figured out where the sumo wrestler is, because we only have a minute left. We need to get over to him. This is a hill, so this is potentially promising. Marker. Oh yeah, there sure is. Okay, well, this is a good area anyway. I think 30 seconds is going to be plenty. Okay, we'll start heading towards where the marker's saying. Just hope we don't get bumped by too many things on the way. Okay, I mean, I can see him now. Oh, well, I can see him, but this wasn't the way in. This is... if it was to the right... Oh, no, we can just make the... Damn it. I didn't think that I was going to be able to make it in on that side before. Oopsie. Okay. Let's do that one more time. And then we're technically at 3 minutes. We'll see how we feel about continuing stream after that. Like I said, I usually do between 3 and 4 hours. I don't know that this is the best way to start this. Actually, it's not bad, because we're immediately able to roll over these bowls also. And we're already at 58 kilograms across only 34 foods. So actually, that felt okay to start. I mean, what were we at across 5 minutes before? Weren't we at like 200 kilograms just before we failed the mission? Okay. Let's roll this way. I mean, they're letting us go up, so let's continue going up. Forgot to look distracted by looking at the opponent. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So was I, since I failed. Alright, we can't pick up those, so I think we go on that bridge and over to find more stuff. Also, for the most part, the music in this game tends to be a bop. Should mention that also. Okay, rows of veggies is good. Oh, watermelons are really good. Okay, that's getting us like 2 kilograms each almost. And we're already at 100 with 4 minutes left to go, so that's already feeling really good. It's already feeling better than what we were doing before. So I'm almost glad that I failed. Actually, I think I know what a better endpoint would be. Is we're at 9 o'clock. No, we're still fine. It'll be unfortunate if we won't be able to find anyone to raid later. But yeah, music is the bop for sure. Totally. That we might only need to finish those other 2 to get to the next chapter. So maybe we'll try to go for the other 2. The only problem is one of the other 2 missions is really hard. So we'll see how this goes. Also, we're going to follow them. It'll take us to the other side, where we can roll over a couple of these things. Do a quick roll this way. I don't see the sumo wrestler marker just yet. I don't know if it's because we're not big enough or what. But they're over here. They're right in front of me right now. I know that much. Yeah, this is them. Okay, I just came in here because we should be able to take a quick circle around here. Yeah, in this particular game, there was only one song I wasn't that into. That we've been through. But the rest of the music I've been really liking. Was that food that they are standing on? I'm going to assume yes. Let's see here. Oh yeah, oh, they're bales of rice. That's what they are. Well, they are worth getting, so we won't go for everyone, but they were worth it. They call that rice, but that is a form of sushi whose shape I can't remember the name of now. Okay. Got it. So with a minute left, that's when they put the marker up. Got it. Okay, well, we're safe to not go after him just yet. Oh, that's where the opening is. Alright, we should be able to make a quick round like this and this. Okay, we won't play it too risky. We're here, so we'll just go into him. Oh. And again, around 200, which is, like I said, I'm pretty sure that's where we ended before. No, let's yes this. We won't do it one more time. I need to posture check myself again in a moment. Okay, new record, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, he's about to turn the other sumo wrestler into the... Well, I know it's our sumo wrestler turned into the cosmos. Or into a star. Oh, nice. Wheeler streaming. Cool. Yeah, I usually like streaming, rating into different people. Wheeler, I think I rated relatively recently, but we'll see. Oh, okay, so let's see. This is what a cutscene looks like in this game. We won't skip this time. Oh, number 2 trophy. Oh, no. Oh, we haven't pleased them. Is that what this is about? Like, don't think that because we skipped the other cutscenes, that's the reason you didn't understand that just now. You didn't understand that just now because none of these cutscenes make sense. Alright, so yeah, like I said, there's only 2 left here. There's this one, which is the fire one that's really hard. And this one, which we passed, but I accidentally went, I mean, we could skip off of it because we know what it is. We got to the end scene and I pressed the retry button by accident. Okay, but we know what to do in here, so we have 12 minutes. We're gonna be here for a couple minutes now. Let's actually spend a moment. How many centimeters are we growing with these? We're growing in millimeters, but it's enough millimeters that it makes sense to actually stay here for 2 quick seconds and grab what's here. Oh. Nope, not if we can't grab the milk. Oh. Whoa. Sorry, we are so sorry. That was the Royal Warp. Oh, we warped somewhere. Oh. What you just saw was our Royal Warp. Uh-huh. Now the bad thing is we've warped to somewhere where we can scarcely pick anything up. Huh. Katamari just... Oh, hey, but we found where the cousin is. So where are we in space and time? We are where the buckets are. The bridge is behind us. Okay. So I want to retry because it's going to waste a lot of time. Like, 12 minutes sounds like a lot, but 12 minutes is not a lot to do the 12 meters. But I think I can generally figure out where that was because I do want to roll that cousin up the moment that I have a chance to. Anyway, this was the level where the music is kind of meh. I like classical music, but I think that the other songs match the tone of the game a little better. That's all. Alright, so let's head through here. It's not worth spending the time to try to get up onto that step. I also didn't really see what exactly I went into that got us through that warp. You know, we always have problems with this section, and I don't know if I should really be going counterclockwise, and instead if I should start going clockwise. I think you may have warped through a bush and that's starting. Yeah, it felt like I fell down into a dirt hole. I couldn't quite tell. But yeah, I think it started with a bush. I think you're right. But yeah, I rolled into a bush. There happened to be a hole underneath that bush. Okay, we're now at the point where we can roll over these drinks. So let's make sure we're getting the small stuff. Let's make sure we're getting the drinks. Maybe we roll back. Oh, these drinks also. That's actually good to know. Let's do one roll up this way. Oh no. That was a bad thing to get hit by. Okay, one quick roll around this tiny area. Grab the binoculars, grab the baseballs. Okay, this is... Yep. This is where we warped to. Because there's the cousin right here. Okay. Cool. You just rolled up some weird U-head thing. Wait. It's cousin Fumin. Oh, stop getting in the way. Alright, loading can't, blah blah blah. Alright, we're right near the 50 centimeter thing. Perfect. So let's take the 2 seconds to roll this up, and then we will immediately head over. You here? Alright, can we get away with not rolling over these vegetables right away? I don't know that it's worth skipping them, to be quite frank. Okay. And we got the pots. We'll grab this pumpkin. There's nothing that way. Use the chicken to bounce ourselves back on path. We'll head over here. Yeah, this at least gets us towards a new enough area. Actually, if we can roll these pizzas up, and we probably can. We can. We will do just that. Nope. Nope. Missed a couple of those. That's okay. Oh, those... I didn't think we could get those pink things, but we could. Alright. The rice cookers we can get. We just need to make sure that we're constantly on the move and constantly picking stuff up. Also, we're nearly a meter large, which is good. Okay, so we hit our meter. We'll probably want to be back in that, like, sports field area relatively soon. I think we're making good timing. That's the most important thing. Usually it's around this time I accidentally find the train station area. There's a sports field back there that I was talking about. This is technically the way we came from. But this is fine. Also, if we could find the original starting area... Ugh. The signpost is an annoying thing for us to have picked up. Oh, umbrellas are good, though. They always seem to make the ball just ever so slightly rounder. Alright, here's the train station that I was talking about before. Let's do this, do a fast towards this way. Gets us through the other side. Alright. I don't need to pick every last one of those up. Is there a cop shooting at you? Yeah, probably. That's a thing that happens in this game. Let's see here. So where was the sports field? Where was the starting area? There's the sports field. Where's the starting area? Oh my god, this guy needs to get out of the way. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, we're at the point where we're picking up people. See, we picked up the cop. It's fine. Probably can, like, roll up this little area. Yeah, grab Mr. Happy Cop. Yeah. Like, that's how you would deal with it in real life, right? 6 minutes at 3 meters is questionable. This was the starting area, so let's do a quick roll through here. Up through here. Now let's get to the sports field, because that sports field is where the 3 meter marker is. So we should just be able to pick everyone up over there. Alright. 5 minutes, we're almost up to 3 meters. Perfect. I feel like this is perfect timing. I don't know about the 5-minute part of it, but the ability to pick up as much as we can here should be pretty decent. Like, we're already 36 centimeters bigger than the thing that's right behind us, the gate that's behind us, that we can now go through. Okay, that is plenty. We got an extra 50 centimeters out of that. I'm not picking up any of these. Let's just continue. So now we just need to make the best use of our time that we can here. These pipes would be ideal. Oh, good. Ugh. We went in here just a tad too early. Because there's a number of things in there that would otherwise be good to pick up. Okay, so we need to be 3 times the size that we are now within 4 minutes time. So probably do a roll around, go back. May or may not go back to that construction area, I don't know yet. Grab these things. Alright, we're getting to the point where we need to be essentially double our size in the time. A bunch of joggers over here. We're picking up rocks, that's good. Which means that we can now pick up these cars also. Not all of them, but a few cars. Yeah, and cars. Yep. And pianos, which are currently playing. Gazebo, no. Head to the cows. 3 minutes to double our size. Alright, we want to get to the point where we're picking up houses sooner rather than later. Okay. There we go. This isn't where we want to be. But that curve really helped us. Well, here was that construction area I was talking about. Grab a couple of the things. Then we only need 3 meters in 2 minutes. And I think it's at roughly 10 meters is when you can start picking up smaller houses. So we're pretty close in that sense. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect because we got a bunch of things that led us into a parking lot. We are now the 10 meters that I just mentioned. Okay, we can't quite pick up small houses just yet, but soonish. Just the fact that we can pick up cars is helpful. Oh, and trees. 1 meter. Oh, less than a meter. 60 centimeters in a minute. Oh, this will do it right here. There we go. Yeah, we're picking up the small trailers this time. Some more stuff in the water. Oh, thank you, thank you. Actually, we're going to be pretty close to where we were before. Last time we got all of this in... Oh, we're now better than we did last time because we ended on like 15 last time. This time we're going to end closer to 16. I can probably roll up a couple of these houses in the end bits here. Yeah, look at that. We're now rolling up larger houses. We got a 3 whole meters bigger than we got the last time. I actually pressed the correct button this time. Okay, the only problem is we are about to enter a level we have failed 3 times. And this will be the first time where we've only had 1 level. The first time since the beginning of the game, we'll only have 1 level we can get into. Before we were able to get into multiple levels. Or since then, we've been able to get into multiple levels. Oh, no. We're at that point again. We have multiple levels we can do. Well, if that's the case, let's be Ichigo. I like Ichigo. I like the strawberry look of her. Collection 43.6. They ran off. Catch them. I'm just curious what these people say. We're actually gonna take a quick look at. Well, first off, who's the person who needs help here? It says on this screen it's Babu. It's not that. It's someone with rosy. Oh, well, I guess they have rosy cheeks. We already did the sumo wrestler. I forgot how to do. It might be them. I don't. I guess it's the person who's saying hi. So, no, I guess it is going to be him. Okay. Because it shows on the bottom of the screen, like it's look for the blonde person. Here's the blonde person. Look for the person with the hat on this next screen. There's the person with the hat, right? But just before we continue, I'm gonna click out of the game for 2 seconds. I just want to see who's streaming right now. If there's someone I absolutely feel compelled to raid into, then we'll end stream here. Otherwise, we'll keep going for a little bit. Actually, we do have some good options right now. How long have they been going? Less than us. No, 3.5 hours. I think we're actually good to call it a stream. So let us head out of the game. There's someone who rated us within the last month or so, I would say. It'd be nice to show the love, share it back, head over their way. There's someone that I originally knew from Fall Guys. They are not playing Fall Guys. They actually play a lot of retro games, which I like. So we will quit out here. And it's kind of like a whole friend group. Everyone in their community tends to be pretty supportive. Fun to hang out as always. Yeah, I appreciate you being in chat as always. But yeah, let us head over to Chefy Boy Eric. I think when he rated us, he was Chef Roy Eric, based on some television show. He started out as Chef Boy Eric, then he changed to Chef Roy Eric. Now he's Chefy Boy Eric because he can't get his name back for another couple of months. But yeah, we'll pull up our raid and sub raid messages. That first raid message is for any viewers, followers. If you're a lurker, want to have something to say when we head over. Second message, the sub raid message is for subscribers. Get to use the Cuphead emotes, and we'll head over. Yeah, show them some love. We actually won't do our so he's been going for just over 5 hours. He has just 2 minutes left on his Rocket League game. So I'm gonna start the raid right now of Chevy Boy Eric. So it'll take a minute for that to actually go through. So no credit sequence today, but I just want to make sure that we do get the raid over to him. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who was here today. Again, that was the end of STEAMroll Subtember, so the end of 30 days straight of streaming. We did it. Give me a couple days um, to recuperate and essentially de-stream after a month. Might still be playing some games offline with others. Whoever, feel free to always join the Discord. I always like playing games with others. Um, Also, for anyone who missed any of the games this month, check out the socials. You can check out my like I said, I'll try to write quickie reviews of the games we played for the month. I will probably make make a poster for that, make a poster for Halloween for Spoopy month, and obviously let everyone know like what is happening for Spoopy month and when. Aside from that, I appreciate everyone who was here. Yeah, give me a couple days. We'll be right back to streaming. I appreciate you all. And you take care.